take all the Kit Kats?
No, there's so many.
No.
Perfect timing.
If I
Look
did.
at this.
Perfect timing to go live.
Look at this.
Let's watch how this plays out. Kit Kat boy, nice.
All the Kit Kats.
Hey, Kit
I
Kats
promise I have more.
Look how many there are.
Exposed.
1,
Kit
2,
Kats
3, 4,
are the best.
5,
Hey.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Welcome
That
back,
means I caught
everybody.
Welcome to the Kit Kat
Welcome to the Kit Kat fight. Yeah, it's only been what, a month and ish?
3 months.
This is 3 months for that guy?
This is how divorce happens.
True. Kit
You aren't
Kats.
even close yet.
Yeah.
Kit Kats.
Get over to Kit Kat.
Random
Oh.
question for you, Mike.
So, huh?
Do I have a long rest?
You? Yeah, you would have.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys have been here to, help these guys fight, and maybe you get long rests. It's fine.
How much gold do you have?
I
So.
think I will.
We're back.
So good to be back.
Except for a couple guys, Joe, Brant. Good to see you guys. I got a phone call coming. I'll call him back. It's Topher.
Like, that's, I guess, South Day.
Talked to him yesterday.
Oh, cool.
Wow, you've had a bunch of stuff going on the last month with your streams and stuff.
Yeah, I do. I have a lot of projects going on.
So tell everybody what you got. I saw the one little starter one. I didn't get a chance to get on though.
Where to start?
That sounded wonderful.
Mila Kickstarter. Backer kits go out beginning of next week. So Monday, Tuesday-ish. So if you were a backer on the Mila plushies, you should be getting your backer kit. Hopefully soon. So check your email.
Get your dragon.
Go get your dragon. They should all arrive in time for the holidays, depending on where you're living at. And then the other thing that we started, I've been doing Inktober for October, so there wasn't a lot going on besides Inktober. But for October, I partnered with Monster Shop Studios, which is a good friend of mine, and then Possum Shop, OK Kelp, just a bunch of creators that I'm friends with, and we started a Minecraft SMP. Really ridiculous, really nerdy. It was just an idea that started off as, hey, we should all make characters and draw animatics and stuff. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Those are perfect size. Look at that.
Yeah,
I know,
There really
it's
is.
satisfying.
That's funny.
But yeah, it's gonna be a really fun story. It's a lot of lore. It's basically just D&D and Minecraft. And there's been a lot of prep going into it, so it's my first YouTube video I've posted in 3 years, so obviously I'm excited for it. But
Where would they find said YouTube video?
if you go to YouTube and look up Red Drawn Art, you'll find it, or if you go into Instagram and look up Red Drawn Art, the link in my bio will take you to all of my different socials, so.
Right down there at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Red Drawn Art.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then, do I have anything else?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No conventions, no other things coming up anytime soon.
Mm-mm.
What about your commissions?
Commissions are still closed. I need to catch up with October's. Probably won't open until either end of November or December. So.
Trying to get you that Christmas
Yeah. So yeah, that's it for me.
Nice. Well, I don't have anything. I've been too busy with life and stuff, so.
Which is crazy because school's over for you. Like, it's not like it's slowed down.
School's over. Yeah, the different shift has kind of screwed me up.
Yeah.
Trying to get back on nights, and it's been a lot trying to get everything back together. Eventually, I'm gonna start kicking out some dice and stuff here, so got lots to do. I think that's everything I got, unless anybody else has any other stuff they want to tout. One of these days we'll get another, inside look at Rook's head story.
Yeah, when's the last time you did that, bro?
Oh gosh, I think
only
it's
been-
been about
it's
a
been a
year.
couple
He
months
did
now.
it once.
Twice.
Oh, he did do it
I did
twice?
He did
twice.
two. He did two
And
really
I've
good
got a
ones.
third draft
Yeah.
sitting in my drafts. I think it's been there for about a year.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
No, I want to. Yeah, we're gonna discuss some things with. Trying to decide if we're gonna keep this channel or if I'm gonna switch everything over to Secrets in Time and create a whole new Twitch channel. That's not mine. That's actually Secrets in Time instead of.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, sure.
Your brand.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sick.
So that may be coming soon.
That'd be cool.
I think I've already snagged the name. I just need to, work on getting things over and then hopefully get people going that way.
That's always the best whenever you're like, oh, it's way better. Do this, and then you're like, oh, I have to switch everything over.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's just the name.
Yeah.
I just want to, instead of having it just me, I want to be able to have go to the Secrets in Time stuff. It's us. It's not me.
It's a
So,
huge chronicle.
yeah, we started with the first Secrets in Time, and then now we're on the Titan Chronicles. It's still part of the same overall crap in my head, but
Yeah. Universe, multiverse, kind of idea.
whatever.
Yeah.
Someday you'll figure it out.
Slowly.
We'll get there.
Not us, we'll be dead.
At this
Right.
rate.
That's true.
Are you saying it's because I'm old?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, you look the part.
It's fair.
Would
true.
you be nice? Seriously.
Man,
You are
when,
still new. You have not established.
when
They're
when
gonna kick
these
you out of here and I'm
characters
gonna feel
that
bad.
we're playing right now hit like level 15, we should have like a crossover with our Secrets in Time campaign
the first
characters. The first one?
Oh, yeah.
First campaign characters. Whoa.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Might
Mighty
be the
gods.
Like mix the parties.
There may or may not be, connections somehow.
Oh my god. Dieter Kiesinger is the tyrant of this world.
Why wouldn't he be?
Said he was
I know, seriously, yeah.
Or the other demon like lady.
Demon Lord.
Oh gosh, that's right, yeah.
Right? I don't
Well.
even remember her name.
Should we get rolling?
Yeah.
Do you have a rundown
Oh shoot, yeah.
by chance?
Completely forgot about that. My book will open.
To tell the crowd what happened.
Okay, so last time we played was September 17th.
It's been a bit.
Yes, and
Yeah.
that's the last time we played. The last time you guys
Oh,
played
it's even longer.
was last time you guys played was August 13th.
Right?
2 months.
Makes me
Yep.
Too long.
Hold on. It's been so long. I gotta go back one and see.
You're good.
Apologize.
If you need to, I can pull up.
Okay, so quick rundown. We went to the Forgotten, their base, looking for our friend's brother. She was the one who gave us the job, has been helping us out. In exchange for us helping to find her brother, we found her brother along with a bunch of gross shit that we left behind very quickly. But the lady we were friends with got trapped in a portal, and then now she's gone. So she's gone. But we have the brother now. Took the brother back
You
to
were there
his.
I don't remember her getting trapped.
Same.
You guys fought this dude?
I don't remember that. Yeah, I remember fighting him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was that
Stepped
black
in.
sphere.
When he got lost and threw his boomerang and hit you.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, when they were fighting this thing, she stepped inside, helped shove. Was it you and Taryn out?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I stepped in to
because
get
you were a
your ass
sheep.
out of there.
I was a what?
You were a sheep.
You were.
A sheep.
I
Yeah.
remember that now.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I had to. I
Yeah,
had
turned
to
into
go
a sheep.
in.
Yeah,
and
wild
grab you
magic
out.
got you turned into a sheep.
I
That's right.
remember.
I don't remember.
I remember.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Someone else go back
That
and
was
watch
a
it.
good time. Yeah, that
Apparently I
was
gotta
a
go
good
back. I remember the monster. I remember the boomerang stuff. I remember like the different dimensions, but I don't remember being a
Yeah.
sheeple.
She went in there and
Yeah.
stepped
Did
in.
you leave? Did you have to leave early?
You did.
I did leave early.
Oh.
That might be
Maybe.
why.
Yeah.
But I
Because
swear we finished the battle.
I
Probably
think.
did
Same.
too. But
Yeah, because I got skewered like a kebab
Right.
by
Like
the
a
monster.
kebab.
Yeah.
And then
I always saved you.
Yeah.
you got turned into a sheep. I grabbed you and dragged you out
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't know what was gonna happen when the thing was destroyed.
That's right.
Yeah, you were biting her.
And
Okay.
she,
I don't remember.
yeah, I had like sheep bites. I'm turning
She
into a were
stepped
sheep
inside.
now.
And, yeah, she stepped
Um,
inside and
And she wouldn't leave, so she got stuck in there. And then when we broke it,
collapsed.
well, she's gone.
I really think that happened right as I left.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Probably.
remember that,
Probably.
but that's sad.
Yeah,
Oh, Lorraine.
she saved
Taryn,
the
yeah,
multiverse.
Taryn was in the little jail cell.
Yeah, I
So
remember
you were able
him.
to free him and
Yeah.
get him and 2 other people out, one upstairs and another one that was downstairs.
Yeah, I remember that.
So you got 3 people out of their
Yep.
custody.
So me and Rook went to the shop where we first met them and told grandma, mom.
It was
I
her
don't know.
mom.
Mom
Mhm.
told the
Yeah.
mon
Her name is Tilda Fenslaw,
Tilda.
also known as Pia.
Yes.
She's the Shadowmoor boogeyman.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we told her what happened, and
Yeah,
she's like,
good
"Don't
enough.
worry, I already know."
Oh.
And we were like, "Okay." We learned that the brother can track people.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember that.
he has like special eyes, so he can track people. So I'm
No,
like,
that's a different brother.
no. The
No.
brother that we saved can see things, like
He can
track things
see-
and
Yeah.
people.
Yes, the other ones have other abilities to see things.
Yeah, but
Potential.
The one that
Yeah,
we
it's-
saved can like.
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, I think it's like.
It's like divination.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what is the spell? You can find something.
Scrying.
Scrying.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
I think he just
scrying.
says
Oh,
scrying.
locate object.
Because wasn't he
Yeah.
trying to?
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
he helped
all in one.
locate Marcone.
He's going to.
I thought he was
Um,
okay.
He tried and was definitely north.
And that's okay. That's what I was.
I
saying.
remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Definitely north.
I
I
think that's
remember
where.
that.
Oh,
was weird.
north
Oh, that's
into
right, he
north
did
into
look.
Damata.
No,
North.
north.
No, north
ish,
to the
along
next.
the rift somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's along
Which
the river.
That's
makes
why
sense
we're-
from where he told you he was headed
Mhm.
to the mountains above, the Gold Spire Mountains. Above
Okay.
Silverfell. That's where you would.
So after that, that's when the movie
Consistent with
ended,
what he told you.
and then this
But he
is.
didn't know a distance, didn't know how far, just a direction.
So this next episode was me and Rook. We made it home. Rook started talking about the monster. We started chatting about the gross like guy that skewered him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rook said that it seemed similar to things he had seen in the past. I got some info on my dad.
Yes, you did.
On your what?
On my
Oh,
father.
father. I thought she
Yeah.
said dab. I'm like,
Also,
what kind of drugs you doing?
if you
Yeah.
so remember very first episode when people like chopped up the bodies and threw them in the well.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah. I
Person?
remember how you and I walked into the room upstairs.
Yeah.
Where we attacked by like the creepy like half bird.
I
man.
died.
Yeah, you
Yes, you
died,
did.
and I almost died.
Yeah.
And there was that
Symbol.
ritual circle on the ground.
Mhm.
The same circles were on the ground in the room with like the cages and the skewer
I can't
monster.
remember that.
Very similar.
I do remember that.
Very similar stuff.
And then there was only one other time that we've seen those.
Correct.
It was up in the mountain with the knolls.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm on the same page.
Yeah. So it seems like the
You've seen three
Fanes
separate
and the
ones.
Forgotten are both using like this kind of wild dark magic and stuff.
That the Harbingers were using from the beginning. Yeah. So anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so we're at home. We chill for a couple days. We get fucking. We get our shit rocked because
Yep. There you go.
we got high.
What were you using?
What did he
Oh,
put in
yeah.
What was it
the
even?
fire?
Briz.
Was it Briz?
Yeah, people were having a hard time, and Rook
Briz
was
threw
like,
some
"Hey,
herbs
Briz,
and
can you
some
put some in
stuff
the
in there."
fire for like
Gotcha.
incense?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I
Get like some psychedelic shrooms.
We were asleep for 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, not bad.
Three,
You
4
guys
days.
were still awake, so we were passed out in the living room for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
When we wake up,
I do have a
Tilda
superior
is
healing potion.
in our house.
do?
I do, and a potion of healing.
She was in her house.
Make her breakfast.
It's gonna be me. It just wasn't in my inventory, it was in this inventory, but I haven't put in my.
Rook thinks she's a ghost and tries to expel her out of the house. She is not a ghost. she starts questioning about where we're trying to go. The little brother tries to find.
Go pull that screen door shut before it rips off.
What is his name?
The brother?
Yeah. No,
Taryn.
not the brother. Marcone. The little brother
Taryn.
tries to find Marcone. Says he's north.
Did you just hear it?
Oh, I saw it go.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, that would be good.
we show her the tapestry that we have that was on Marcone's wall, and she points out the Black Citadel, the Horde of Kamaris, and the Black Walls. The Black Citadel is a kingdom that rose to power. They were 5 lich kings trying to take over the world, and Kamaris clapped their ass.
Pretty much.
God damn it, sorry.
1637 years ago. That's
Yes.
hence the reason that's the year of that you guys are currently VK, the year 1637 VK, Victory of Kamaris.
Yes, and that's where the rift came from.
Yes, that was formed during this epic confrontation. It also cost Kamaris his essence.
So the Black Citadel
Kamaris
is
one of the
now
gods.
what is across the
Lesser
rifts in Damata. Like all that crazy stuff up there, that's all like Black Citadel's there, but then the rest of it's like fallout of the Black Citadel, I guess. We learned about the Fence Laws, who are the Colored Eye folks. They have like a really long lineage, I guess. But there's not a lot of them left because they're special.
Yep.
After that, we made a plan to try to get out of the city because everything was locked down, and we needed to get out. We were like, oh, we could just stay here and chill, unless anyone has any dirt on us. And then we realized that half the dock has been blown up, and the person who made that possible may or may not have been in our group. We didn't want to get arrested. Not pointing any fingers.
Help blow up the dock.
Oh, well, of course I did.
So-
Accident.
We decided that it would be best to try to get out as soon as possible. We came up with the idea of hijacking an airship from the airship dock because there were still a couple suppliers coming in and out. And that was like the only way in and out. So
Yep. Half of you decided to go with the old lady to be smuggled out under the wall, and the other 3 of you, along with Taryn, decided to go try and grab this ship.
So the plan was, we go grab the airship and then we fly it to a location in the forest and pick you guys up and then continue on to the next city.
How's that working out?
John.
It went great. We got up there,
Oh,
everything
God.
was fine. We didn't get seen.
Yeah,
Got
you
it to the
guys.
top.
They snuck in just fine.
But then I freaking failed. I don't know even if I rolled for it, but I tried to. The owners of the airship are these people who had a bunch of masks on. They're like these masked
The purple
marauders.
spades?
Just the spades.
Yeah, the spades, and they were assholes, man. I like tried to talk to them, and they just did not have it. So we killed them, right?
Asshole.
But
Hey, give us your ship. What?
the big
Oh.
guy.
What an asshole.
Yeah, for real. Well, I tried to be civil about it. I was like, hey, I work here. And they're like, no, you don't. And then we had to kill him. It was the worst. And then one dude pushed me off the top of the airship.
Not only pushed you,
Sounds like
he
he
tackled,
tackled
you, and you
me.
both went
Yeah.
off this
He was,
from
he,
like,
was a big hefty fella.
yeah, from like 110 feet up. You,
I basically got tackled by Roadhog from Overwatch.
Sounds
And
like you kind of deserve it.
I didn't.
She kind of did though, yeah.
Right?
Okay,
Like,
I tried to spare one guy. Oh my gosh, we have to try to spare the one guy.
drow.
No,
Can
he's
we try
dead.
to spare the
drow.
one guy?
The drow is still on there. You guys haven't done anything yet because you just barely lifted
Yeah,
off
yeah.
and we
Right.
kept the session.
I
so
need the
you
drow to
have
be
the
alive.
drow that is dead
Well, I
on the.
kind of don't want the drow to be.
Okay, well,
He didn't
Do it for
remember
me.
he didn't go after
Yeah,
her, but he
Effer
started.
stabbed me.
He attacked. Yeah, he
yeah,
stabbed you.
well, because I don't know, but he didn't attack me, so I need to ask him some questions, and then you can kill him again.
You
I need to
kill him
ask him
again.
some things. Anyway, I died. Rook came down and saved me heroically.
Such a hero.
Such a hero.
so cute.
And then yeah, that's kind of where we
I
ended.
was kind of tempted just to leave.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, just get a new character from you. Be like,
But dare you?
Later.
How dare you?
Sorry, I know you're really attached to Astoria, but you know.
You know how many times
For
I've saved
story's
your
sake,
ass?
let's go.
How
Yeah,
many
he,
times I've saved
How
you?
many times has everybody
How
said?
many
he's the one that keeps saying, "Just let me die."
Yeah, which. This is now, what, session 17? I have died 17 times.
Pretty close.
Just gonna let you die next time.
Do it. I dare
Question: whenever you guys were chit chatting with that lady about the tapestry and she was going over things,
Mhm.
were we all there?
Yeah.
Can I retcon ask a question? A single question?
Maybe.
That's one question.
I would. It's just if anything involving. Oh gosh, let me pull it up.
I know. I think I know where you're going.
Yes, the
Yes,
sworn
there's-
enemies. We don't like those guys.
The
you. What do you think of the job?
there is one that definitely caught your eye.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys still have that map somewhere?
Yeah.
It's right here.
The tapestry map too.
Tapestry's right here. There you go.
Oh,
So
thanks.
open that tapestry up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a. It looks like almost like an Asian inspired type thing. There's land masses with the clouds and things.
Mhm.
And when they did their whole thing, these runes and different things and started lighting up. The one she pointed to right in the middle has the Horn of Kamaras.
Okay.
That's basically 2 cities north of where you guys are in Evandar. And then there's the Black Citadel that's out there.
Yep.
Then the one south.
The black
That
walls.
one. The what?
The black walls.
Yep.
Okay.
The Black Walls. That. There's definitely some connection there with
Would I
newer
know
stuff.
if it's on our is it on our way?
It's way, way, way to the south. Like way south.
Okay. Okay.
That's actually the Black Walls of. It's in
Pull
the
up
Gavetian Empire.
Pull up the other map. Hold on.
Here,
Okay.
do you want?
Oh, I was talking about the world map. Do you have a world map?
I have a
Kind of
map.
a region map.
Yeah, or I guess the regional
Yeah,
map.
this is the region map.
I'll have to scroll through Discords.
Yeah, the Black Walls of Darkir. And Rook would definitely have heard of Darkir. It's in the Gavetian Empire. The Black Walls of Darkir is the capital of the Gavetian Empire.
Oh, that's right.
So it's even further south
Yes.
than on this map.
Yes. Much further.
Yeah, I only
It's
have
you guys only have like
Rouge Kingdom.
the Marusha Kingdom so far.
Got Rouge Kingdom, Shroudmore, and the Tapestry.
I'll have to get you guys a wider map at some point. Map of Lantrith. Nobody think anybody's from up that way. So yeah. So the reason you guys decided to finally take off is after 3 days of sleeping, thanks to Briz, who threw some special stuff into the fire and basically knocked everyone out, let everybody sleep and get them their health and stuff back, and take a walk through their mystical. Yeah, it was kind of cool. Word came that not only were the city guards, but also the Queen's Guard that had arrived en masse after this war that you guys helped spark kind of fully took off. They quickly requested reinforcements from the Queen's Guard, so they came all the way up from Queensland. Hence, you guys were even more leery about hanging around. And you got word that they were now doing house-to-house searches, trying to eradicate these 2 warring factions. So they basically put the whole city out of lockdown after half the dock was blown up. You know, a lot of dead folks around. And they just locked the city down, and now they're going house to house. They were still not quite to the eastern wall where you live. So you made this plan of, hey, they're just about to shut down the air docks. There is at least 1 more or 2 more ships coming in. See if we can snag one of those. So the 3, you 2 and Tariq went with Taryn, and luckily, or maybe unluckily, who knows, we'll find out, were able to commandeer a ship. And just as it was taking off, we ended the session. You guys, along with Briz, decided to go with the old lady who was smuggling you guys out. When they left, you guys left about the same time. The plan was to get outside the city, make your way a little bit further east into the woods, and find a spot somewhere out there. She said there were some clearings that you guys might be able to get to be able to flag this ship down if they were able to successfully get a ship. Wasn't a really good thought out of like lockdown, this is where we're going to meet you. Just, we got to hurry. You guys go, we're going this way, we'll meet you when we meet you. So you guys took off, sneaking back south along the wall. She actually takes you back to the same tavern that you guys, some of you watched guard on while they set up an ambush for the guy that killed him a couple times.
Or at least the dogs.
And in the basement of this tavern that's right up against the wall, there is a smuggler's tunnel that you guys are able to crouch down low enough, work your way outside, along with Briz and Badonka Donkey and the new donkey that he's pulling in tow, because he will not let them go. As you guys pop up out of this, it's it's like a grate that comes down. As you get to it, she stops there and says, up past the gate, make your way through the woods directly east. You'll see 2 very large clearings. Just wait on the edge of one of those. And she said, I'll do my best to get word to Taryn about where you guys are heading towards. Best of luck. I've got to get back to my shop before they suspect anything. I've got to go. So she led you to the gate. As you guys pop this gate open and step out into the evening, the dusk, the first thing you guys notice is a smell of smoke. It's evening time. As you quietly step out of this gate, push the gate back down, and the weeds and everything that are covering it over, basically, it's damn, unless you know exactly where it's at. It's a good little smuggler's hole. You were able to creep forward. Just ahead of you is it looks like some ruins that you're able to make your way over to very quickly out of the shadow of the big wall that is behind you. And about 50 or so feet off into the woods, you'll see this cabin or something that's been busted down that you guys make your way towards. As you're getting closer, what you immediately, again, the smell of smoke is thick. You would immediately start hearing screams and commotion off in the woods. Let's see, none of you guys, did you go out to get his body? Or you stayed inside. Who went out to get your body, Briz? When you went to, when you took him to the Lady of the Night's house?
Yeah, I think it was Briz.
Was it Briz? Who else?
Yeah.
I don't think I went.
You weren't. Yeah, you stayed in there.
I don't remember.
I think it was Briz and Tariq.
Mm-hmm.
I
Helped
can't remember
carry
too
you
much,
back.
but I know Briz.
You were gone off
Yeah.
getting your
Whatever
your potions.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Thanks for jumping on, man. Check your DM. I sent you some files. Amongst the screams, you guys can now see flickering of flames off in the trees. Hear screams. Just stand that one up next to it.
It's coming out the windows.
So taking in the, as you're creeping closer, why don't the 3 of you roll a stealth check for me? Somebody roll 1 for Briz too.
Stealth?
Yeah. And we're gonna switch screens here just a sec.
D&D Beyond trays me. It was supposed to be a 20, but it isn't. It was on a 20 the whole time, and then it just tipped right over. I got a 10.
10.
2.
I got a 2. I got a 5.
What do we roll for Briz?
Oh,
Two in a row.
6.
There you go.
2 in a row.
Nice.
Does he have disadvantage?
Briss?
Yeah.
No, I do. 6 for Briss.
Okay. As you get closer, you can hear screaming out through the trees. Briz immediately kind of puts a hand up and stops you guys as you get to the edge of one of these ruins that is broken down. He says, do you guys hear the screams? And as you look out through the trees, you can see through breaks in the trees, you see flickering of flames. What it looks like flames off in multiple directions. So this is where the brothel houses were. This is Rook's was over there, and he points across over to one of the houses that's way across through the trees. You guys hear the clatter of men screaming. As you sit long enough, you can hear women screaming, men laughing. The gist you get is if you got any closer and start looking through, is they're rounding up these brothel homes. And there are many soldiers out wandering. You can see movement of torches moving through the trees where you guys are trying to head through.
And where are we trying to go?
So you're trying to get east.
Okay.
Much further east. The wall is back behind
Right,
you,
right.
about 150, 200 feet as you make your way into the trees.
Okay.
And you come along where you see
just
paths.
smack
There's a
dab
road
here
that
in the
goes
middle. Yeah.
south, and then it will turn and meet up with the main entrance.
Okay.
So
That'll be the main
people
entrance.
come out here, come out into the woods, and go visit these
Brothels.
brothel homes, basically,
Yeah.
that where Rook was taken one evening to get nursed back to health.
Yeah.
And there are soldiers moving. You can hear them
And there's
screaming.
soldiers?
Yeah, you can see, well, from there, the close ones you see look to be the same guards that you saw in the city.
Okay. So city.
Some of the ones you can see up
The
front,
ones that
yes.
are kind of visible.
Yes. But you see multiple torch moving through.
Yeah. Men laughing, women screaming,
Mhm.
and fire.
Yep, fire and smell. It sounds like chaos.
Yeah.
Rounding these people up and burning the homes. That's what you guys want to try and do.
Yeah. I don't think we really want to be visible in the middle of all of this, do you?
No, I do not.
Chris?
How tall is this tree?
This one in front of you?
Yeah.
It's about 40 feet high. It's a big oak.
I can try and get a vantage point if you'd like.
Probably a good idea.
Okay.
Maybe see if there's a way to get out of it.
I will run over
Okay.
to the tree and does it look easily scalable by itself? Like if I were to just take a running start and try and run up it?
You could try. There's no big branches or broken rocks or anything. It's probably your best bet close by, unless you want to try and go run somewhere else.
No, yeah.
Get
So
out
I'll
in
just
the
come
open.
around. I'll just come around this side and
Okay.
try and scale the tree.
Okay. Make an athletics check for me.
Get a vantage point. Oh, and athletics. Oh,
If you're trying to hurry and scamper up said tree, it's a large tree.
Yeah, I'm
There's no really low-hanging branches, so you're gonna have to
I'm gonna have
do
to
something cool.
athletics. Okay, dirty 20.
Oh,
Nice.
boy.
Okay.
Ooh.
You run and surprisingly he jumps and you see the claws on the feet. He jumps, grabs a hold, pulls it up in. From up here, where are you gonna try and get around this tree?
I guess probably closer to kind of this side-ish.
Yeah, you could climb up in the tree.
Yeah, just kind of I'm just trying to get a better vantage point in a survey.
Cool.
See if there's kind of any.
Hey, brother. Thanks for jumping in. We're just starting out some stuff for these two. For just a minute.
Yeah, just trying to get a survey of the land.
Okay.
Trying to see if there's any easy or what seems to be the most manageable way to the other side.
Okay. Roll a perception check. It is dim. There is, flame and smoke and a lot of stuff going on. Roll that and see what you get. Let's see where you're at.
Not good. Not good. 11.
There we go. Some nighttime with the flickers. 11. As you glance around, you can see definitely there are soldiers up by what was at one time a large cabin that is now collapsed and fully engulfed. There's a couple of them up here laughing. You can see one that's standing kind of pointing towards another couple of other people. It's hard to kind of make out exactly what they're saying. You just hear the kind of the yells and pointing towards the tree line. Two directly in front of you walking back. Looks like one is like looking at his sword and wiping it off on his stuff before he sheathes it as they're walking back. A little further out you can see there are two what appear to be probably the leaders of this, what is going on, standing at the crossroads. One kind of looking off towards a cabin, and you see the door splinter open and a female being drugged by the hair as two men are laughing, dragging her out towards the roadway. And then you see the second one turn around, and our third one that's standing by the road, you see his hand come up, and you see a flash of energy, and then the roof ignites. Over here, same thing. You can see two males dragging a female, kicking and screaming back towards their. Further down the road, you can also see that they're taking some more down that way. It looks like they're gathering them and moving them, but there are still patrols that you can see. A couple off over here, walking through the trees. You'd see torches, basically, is what you can see. Not really the people, but through the trees, you see a torch kind of between the trees. So you know there are definitely more out there.
I will telepathically send a message to Killian. Yeah, there doesn't really seem to be any clear way through.
Great. In my head, of course.
Yeah, Briz, you can see he just kind of hunkers down and he's watching, holding onto the bricks, just kind of taking it all in, watching for a minute.
I'll stay up there and see if people start congregating towards like kind of one area, like if they are more leaving the rubble and moving this way, or if they're like going to go help people across the way.
Okay.
Just kind of see and wait a couple of minutes.
Again, over time, again, you can see there's like these guys, the ones that was wiping up. He makes his way a little bit further down the road. They're kind of chuckling. You see a few more come out of the trees that you never even saw come out and start walking over. A couple of them here come over. This guy barks a few orders and then walks up, meets up with this guy. You see a torch coming from through the trees. Stops and makes his way over, and these three are kind of chatting for a minute. It looks like he's giving some orders. Those ones, kind of same thing. It congregates and they start moving further down the road. There are a couple of what looks like, you saw the one hand come up, started the house on fire. There looks like another one, long robes, kind of standing, just watching. Yeah, most of the other ones are in armor. Looks like the footmen, and then you have probably a couple of magic users, and then the two captains kind of pointing out where they want things done. Both of you guys roll a perception check for me, just to see if there's anything else that catches your eye.
16.
Yeah, Bryce is just staring at the group. He's like,
One of the things that I'd probably be kind of looking for a little bit is as they're using magic, does anything somewhat unique or different than what I'm like perceiving that they're originally trying to do happen?
not really.
Okay.
The one that you would have seen even through the thing, you would have just seen a flash
Just
of a
the-
big and then flames.
Nothing else.
And then it's dark looking across here with the smoke, the haze. It's hard for where you're at to see
Yeah.
across. He's got a decent vantage point to look down through some of this stuff. So, but nothing weird, nothing odd,
Okay.
per se.
If I was part of that perception check, I don't know if we're using
Yeah.
a last roll or not. 16 for me.
Okay. I will say, how long were you spending up there just watching? You just hanging tight, just watching for a while?
Yeah, just kind of watching it all, taking it all in, periodically kind of looking back down to see if the allies haven't moved. If they haven't, then I'd kind of just keep staying there.
I'll say that as you sat up there for 5-10 minutes, you guys are hunkered down. You would have seen there is a couple folks that come in from this side. They're walking along. You can hear them muttering and laughing and making their way across. You get the gist that the woods are full of folks out here looking around. You also notice that there are two figures through some of the flashes of flame, and as these guys come out off that other side, look to be kind of different than the other. They're grouped together as you see three individuals, actually more of this area, walking. You see them kind of just catch the flicker of light and you look through the trees and you see them walking. And then you hear a faint, like a cry almost. And you notice that they are in tow with what appear to be two small children as they're walking them off over this way.
That's all. Yeah, I will message Killian again after sitting up here for a little bit of time. There doesn't seem to be any way through still. What are your thoughts on this situation?
Back in your head, I just say, well, if we stay here too long, I am afraid that we're going to get caught. So we got to make some sort of a move and get out of here.
Any bright ideas?
Maybe find the least congested area and start heading that way and try and not be loud.
I can always make a distraction, but don't know how that'll go.
So some of these kind of turn and begin walking back. You see more continuing coming around, making their way back.
Am I able to see these ones coming in?
Yeah, you would
Okay.
looking over, you'd hear stuff moving through the trees and looking over, and some of them
there-
are stopping and walking around.
Specifically with that, as these ones are moving in and kind of moving out and away, is there a time frame? Like, are they on
Not really.
kind of a timed patrol mode?
Not really. It's not like a coordinated
It's
effort.
not.
Like they're just
Okay.
spread out and some coming back.
Perfect.
And you would even still see a couple more kind of
That are just wandering
walking
around.
past and disappearing into the trees. Kind
And
of roving
everybody
around.
has a pretty similar armor on.
Most of them, yes. I will say, as you guys sit there long enough, you're seeing both Queen's Guard and Town.
Right.
You're seeing both out here, whether it's coordinated or just a mishmash of both. Rounding up everybody out here looking for whatever.
Right.
Yeah, you see that group slowly kind of almost. It's almost as if they're avoiding the other soldiers. Like you see them pause for a minute, you hear the whimpers, soldiers go by, and then you'd see the three of them move with the children.
Those three.
Yep, he sees that.
I don't see them.
Nope.
Right. I thought you were talking about these guys at first. I was like, hold on, what? In his head, I'm just gonna say, maybe when we get a clear chance, we move to the north a little bit, try and skirt around that larger house, and head east.
Sorry, which way is north on the board? Is it
This way.
Okay.
That's that way.
Yeah, I can make a distraction. I don't know how well it'll go.
Maybe we use the distraction as a last ditch effort and wait until there's at least somewhat of a clear spot and then just run for it.
You see, as you're sitting there discussing this, as they get to the edge of where the darkness was, it's almost like you see this wagon kind of appear. You're like, that wasn't there before. As they're leading these kids to the back of this thing. It looks, from there you can see there are bars. It looks like an armored wagon of some sort. Okay, hold that thought. You two.
Right?
As the ship lurches, it starts to bank, and you hear Taryn kind of, whoa, 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 laughing for a minute, and the ship banks down, right down towards the wall. He's like, whoa, 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 pulling on stuff, trying to figure things out. Why don't the two of you roll to help him, see if we can control this thing, first off.
Yikes.
Okay, not bad.
Just roll a d20.
Yeah, 18.
Okay.
Ooh, 6.
Okay. And who else is on there? Who wants to roll for
I'll do it.
Tariq?
I don't know what his modifiers are,
It's
but
just rolling a
six.
d20 to help kind of scramble.
6.
Luckily, Tara rolled pretty high. With your 18, it beats the other two. You dive forward and grab a hold of a couple of levers. Not really knowing what you're grabbing or pulling, he's kind of doing the same thing. As it starts to level off slightly and then banks to the north, like heading in towards the rifts.
Okay. We're like, okay, as in we're going down into the rifts?
So you're starting, like, yeah, so you guys, when it landed, it was facing the rifts were to the north.
Yeah.
As it lifts off and banks, it like starts diving sideways like it's going to hit the wall.
yeah,
And you crank it up slightly to hold it off as it turns. And it's, as you turn and as you're cranking on this thing, you look up and in front of you, the dusk and everything, it's like it's almost like a wave of energy in front of you. And you're like, oh crap, and you're heading right towards the rifts.
Okay. Whatever levers we pulled, we, went up and turning. So I'm going to try to do that again.
Okay, let's do it again. We're making
Isn't the
another
plan
couple
to
of
go
checks
into
here.
the rift?
No, it's up to you guys.
Yeah, but isn't there like a cloud?
Doesn't
wall?
stuff like come up out of the rifts?
Oh, there's the rifts. Not many airships like to fly through the rifts.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's times where the rifts, you would know growing up watching, they're dangerous to fly through, especially, but even to walk, to go into, they're very, very dangerous. You have flares of all sorts of different types of energy and things that appear, disappear, things that flying through there's not really recommended, and you would have known growing up, hearing a lot of these airship captains coming into the city that some are lost. You'd see some guys that they try to go through the rifts and they haven't been seen since, or others that have tales of massive creatures in there that they've escaped from. You've seen damage come in on some of these ships that they say was from things in the rifts or things that appear and ships crashing into them that weren't there before. There's times where if you sat up on the wall looking across the rifts, that the rifts, through kind of this haze of constant energy that's coming up, looks like you could, like 15, 20 miles and they're there. And other times it's like they're way out there, or you can't even see them at all because of these different energy waves and stuff coming up through. You can try if you want. Totally your guys' call.
With my 6, I kind of just sit there.
Looking over my shoulder real quick, does it look like they're like training guns and cannons
yeah.
on us?
Oh yeah. They're definitely running to the ballistas. They are not there yet because you guys were up top. 2 of them are currently, as you turn back and look, you can see that they're making their way up to get up to the top 2 where there's 2 ballista.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a gun on this ship?
Yeah, you can look around and
Yeah,
see.
I'm gonna try to find a gun on
Okay.
this ship.
As you
We're
run
gonna
in,
go
there's a second floor. It's just a 2-floor thing. It's a small ship.
Yeah.
Probably not meant for more than 5-6 people max,
Mm-hmm.
at least comfortably.
Right.
As you step down inside, there's a captain's seat where Taryn is sitting in, and he's trying to like maneuver these levers and things, and you run in and help grab a couple levers and pull as it banks, and you're looking out through a small porthole as you see as it's coming around.
Yeah. It's like,
In front of that, there is a second part that kind of steps down, and there are 2 looks like cannons off either side of this thing.
yeah.
There are some small cannons or guns of some sort. So there's 2 cannons out front. So directly under here, behind this is where you're seeing. There's 2 portholes here and here.
Oh, okay.
That's where you're looking out, seeing out.
Yeah.
Tariq's up top, kind of holding on, like crap in his pants. Underneath here, there's a spot. If you go down, drop underneath. There's a seat underneath here that you can man cannons.
Yep, I'll hop into one
Okay.
cannon.
Okay. Tariq could take the other one or whatever. Or if you
Tariq,
jump
make
in
yourself useful.
He's okay. Runs down and he jumps in. There's cannons on either side. So as this banks and starts turning, make another check. Let's see if you guys can control this thing. Where are you guys heading to?
Tariq rolls a 15.
Are we rolling?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
You guys are all trying to help fly this sucker right now.
19.
Damn.
I would say my plan is to try to get us into one of those rift clouds, just to give us cover for a quick second.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think it's gonna go
And-
well.
Yeah,
Look at
and
those.
hopefully,
I've always wanted to be
Good
a
idea.
quad
hopefully
anyway,
the
so-
ballistas will be like, oh, well, they're goners, and then we just pop out. 5 minutes when we're out.
Nice.
The spirit of Dieter has possessed Rook.
What could go wrong?
Yeah,
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
A 3. What'd you roll?
15 for
19. Luckily, you fumble around a little bit, but
Yeah.
somehow Tariq coming squeezing past you to try and climb into this other seat. He reaches up and grabs a lever and pulls, and it levels off. It's like,
Yeah. Good
and
call.
then he hops over and jumps down into the seat. You can see he's like taking in stock of this, like almost like he's familiar with it, like flipping levers. As this, you see the smoke behind you. If everybody was watching, you see this thing lift off slowly as it dives. All of a sudden, it takes off.
Heck yeah.
Starts banking around. As you're turning around, they get up to the top, and you can see men are cranking on things, trying to return these massive ballistas to get a track on where you guys are going. Are you just beelining north to get away from it? Or where are you guys heading to?
I think we're just beelining, right?
The plan was just get into the nearest cloud. So
Okay. This will be interesting.
We're all gonna die.
Maybe.
Mike doesn't like our characters very much.
Hey, I'm just letting you guys do what you do. Okay, let's do this real quick. We're gonna use this here. So,
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
yeah, not bad. Cool. So, this is going to be a couple of checks here to see if they can either get these things turned and trained fast enough, or if the speed of your ship can beat them to get distance, or to get into one of these surges of energy. So, who wants to roll the first check for the ship?
I'm just shooting. I don't want to.
I'm going to make the roll for the ship to see where you get to.
10.
Okay, as you...
Oh shit! No, that's a 20. Sorry.
Oh, a natural 20?
Yeah.
Ooh.
As
It looked
you're
like a 10.
As
That looks like a
Terrence
doesn't it?
finally
Yeah.
he levels this thing out and he's like, okay, I think I got this. I think I got this. You guys hear a from behind you. And as you're messing with the cannons, looking out your viewport as it slowly comes around, and you have to kind of like strain back to see the wall that's now disappearing because you're looking out one of the sides.
Mhm.
You see just past your ship a flaming large projectile right past your ship.
Oh jeez.
Did I see where it came from?
It's behind you, assuming probably from
Came from
the port where you just took off from.
Can I try to? Am I like at the very edge of where I
You're
can turn
yeah,
to? Or
it's
am I
like
still
tunk. You could not get back to where you guys are basically fleeing. So if this is the projectile shot from back here,
Oh, okay.
and you're looking out one of these side ports to where your cannon's kind of up here. And then there's the two smaller guns up top and then another cannon on the other side. You two are kind of back here trying to fly this thing, looking out these two small portholes.
Yeah, yeah.
And looking at this thing, when you got on, the deck is wood, and the side looks to be either metal lined, but inside, as you're in here, there's wood trusses. It's not fully metal,
Oh boy.
but it does have some sort of armor on the outside.
Right. Oh boy, oh boy.
Okay. The second, you hear it rack. What?
If I can, I want to grab the Sangellin stone.
Okay.
And I'll imbue quickened pulse. So within the next hour, I have advantage on one dice roll
Nice.
or ability
You
check,
get to
attack roll, or saving
choose.
throw.
Nice.
You get to
So-
choose when you use it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I grab that, draw on that power.
As you grab a hold of it, and you hear a voice almost like, "Just relax," and it's a voice you've heard 1,000 times from your uncle
Yeah.
when you're training with the sword. As you'd get frustrated, you'd hear him, "Just relax." That's what pops in here. Just relax as you. Okay.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay. You hear the behind it as Terran hammers these things down. You feel the ship launch even faster. So who wants to make the next roll?
I will.
Uh-oh.
Natural one.
A 16.
16. Cool. You're like, he launches it and you hear this thing. And it clips the front edge of the ship. And sparks go flying as the ship kind of rocks a little bit and keeps going.
Let's go.
So you are now... Dude, you're going to be out of range here pretty dang quick. Probably one or maybe two more rounds at the most.
Oh boy,
You're
oh
just
boy.
flowing full speed north away from these ballista.
Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna
hear-
get up out of the gun.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run to where I can see over the little propeller engine thingies.
Okay. You pop up and look back.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I am looking to see if there are any airships trying to take off to follow us. Just keep an eye out. Trying to see if the Queen's Guard airship has taken off yet.
Okay.
How much time we got?
Let's do this just for fun. So people on the stream can see what you guys are doing. Here's the ship.
We're just over your guys' heads. Like, hey, hey, what's up?
Like, oh yeah.
There you go. They're trying to flee away, and this kind of doing a two thing at once here. That, so yeah. Okay, let's see. Turn this down just a tad. Okay. So you run up, look back over, and you can see further down the wall that you hadn't. There's the main air station where you guys took off. You would know. But further down the wall, there is a military one for military ships only.
Mm-hmm.
And as you kind of look over, you're like, okay, we're good. As you see the flash of one of the ballista, you're like, oh crap, and something's coming. And you also see motion as you look over and you see twin engines light up of something starting to lift off from further down the wall as you guys are beelining away.
Oh shit.
I will ask. This thing's like the fastest thing in the air, right?
It's a small ship. It's quick, but who knows how fast and quick the military ships are.
God damn it! Fly!
It's
Fly!
and you hear you see the flash as this projectile coming towards you. Who wants to make a roll for the ship?
It's your turn.
Alright. Did you use your advantage last time?
No. No way! Oh my gosh!
Natural 20 again.
Oh my gosh.
Wow!
Good things. They rolled nice and high for that one. As you see this, you're distracted for half a second. And you, oh no! As you look up, this thing right over your head just misses you as it, and you kind of get the gist that it's getting close. As it, the first one's like way past you. Then the second one skipped off the top of you.
Right.
Third one, just as it goes over the top of your ship, it dives.
Yeah.
So you are just about out of range of this ballista as you see the final flash go off. I won't even make you roll unless you go ahead and roll.
It's a 1.
Yeah, it was a
So just
1.
get a 2.
That was a 1. What you see, what you would see is this one goes over your head. Oh, you look back and you see an explosion on the top of the air station where you just took out. One of the ballista explodes.
Oh,
Overheated.
Oh no, someone
Do we
lost
see
their
that
job.
explosion?
Man, they're lying.
I will say you guys outside,
Oh,
Here.
Bill Swoop.
Yeah, what's the
you guys
explode?
hear a loud
Like what? The...
off in the city behind you.
Nice.
And even the guards are like, look back towards the city and you hear murmuring, what? Come on, hurry. And they start kind of scattering.
I'm just like,
It's-
let's go.
yeah.
There's your distraction.
True, yeah, true.
As you guys are beelining away, you see this explosion. Make a perception check while you're up on top of this ship there.
Oh.
She's up on top. Aren't you up on top?
Oh. Perception? He is a 7.
7. What did you roll?
12.
12? Okay. As it's zipping along, you hear Terrence like, what was that? What was that? You look out the porthole trying to see. You notice, and I'd say with you, up as high as you are, even as fast you're going, off to the west of the city, or the east of the city, in the forest, you can see multiple, like, burning off in the forest where these guys were headed.
That's not. Oh, wait. That's not where they. That's not where Lillian went, is it? It is. Oh wait, did I cast? Hold on. Did I? I can't remember. It's been so long. Oh, man. I did. I cast Psionic Whispers. I think I have it for Killian, me, and then the lady. So I can talk to him.
How long does it last?
I rolled, I believe, a 3 on the d8, so
Okay.
for 3 hours. If I
Okay,
remember correctly.
Yeah, I would say it is still on its last hour.
Okay.
So you're good.
I'm gonna keep as we're nearing. I don't know if we're even getting closer. I'll just keep trying to reach Killian.
What's
It's-
the distance?
A mile, so we're
A mile?
probably
I'm
out.
trying to get Killian.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Go up the
That's all you
airship.
hear. Just,
And it's like static.
Go up the airship. You still alive?
Yes.
For the moment.
The ship is careening towards the just beelining straight away towards the rifts.
You're going north, right?
Do we hear it
Not
passing
that,
by?
no.
Oh, okay.
They're way up north.
Oh, gotcha,
So-
gotcha.
We just heard the ballistic.
Where the house is, right along the wall,
Mm-hmm.
they went north. You guys went south and went out. They're beelining straight north.
Oh, gotcha. So they're just like going the other direction
Yes.
for right now.
So
Okay,
they're
okay,
even
okay.
a mile's getting close to being out of range as this thing is towards the rifts.
Right.
Sounds very windy where you're at. Where are you?
On
Nice.
the airship. I'll let you know if we die. Not out of the woods yet.
Neither are we.
Is that fire? Question mark.
Yes.
Is that you?
No. Not yet.
Ah.
As the ship gets out of range.
You hear ah.
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 And then nothing. So, you two are beelining, well, the four of you guys beelining towards there. What do you guys want to do?
How quickly are people moving back towards the city with all these explosions?
It's just
that's
one
sounding
big
like?
explosion.
Okay.
Several of them kind of stop their kind of joking around and begin meeting back up with their leaders, the captains. Some of them start filing back pretty quickly towards the city. Except for those guys.
Yeah, I would have relayed kind of everything, just like almost updates. Just be like, hey, this is kind of what's going on. I would have eventually told them about the kids
Who? You and Briz?
and
Okay.
for Killian, just keeping that mental link with Killian.
Okay.
Since I know he can talk back to me. Yeah.
Cool.
So, what's the game plan here?
As soon as there's a little bit of cleared space, I say we move for it.
See several of these guys kind of meet up
Soon as
and
it
start
clears.
moving down.
I will be focusing kind of this area.
Okay.
And just waiting to give them a green light to try and move that way.
Okay.
As soon as the light is green.
You see these two sitting up there, load these two kids up into this cart. Yeah, sound familiar? Don't do a little hamster ball there. Just saying.
As soon as he gives the green light that there's nobody right here, I start not running, like making myself completely visible, but I start making my way that way because I'm out here.
First job.
Okay.
Right.
As you take off around,
It's gonna be this way.
okay. You notice that as you get a little closer, how far are you going?
I'm just going that way. So however far I get before you do what you're doing.
Just show you kind of what you see. Right, quick.
And then I just kind of to him and to Briz, like out loud to Briz. Looks like there's some kids in trouble out that way, man.
So through some of these trees, you notice there's a couple of other carts. Actually, one would kind of be back here that appear to have massive weaponry on them.
Whoa!
And the horse is up here pulling said wagon. As you kind of peek through, you notice that there are others.
Do I see that?
Yeah,
Since
you
I'm over
would
here
have
now.
seen that one, yeah, wherever you're at.
Is Briz coming with me?
If you wanted to.
Probably. You coming down, sir? Sir Monkalot?
You can see from the front a large
Not yet.
walks over.
Ooh.
Just a large walks over and it just kind of standing at attention. This large metal thing.
These things are getting pretty intense. Okay.
Yeah, get your asses out of
Yeah,
there.
I got another guy over here
Okay.
with
You know?
that.
Before he gets out of range of my stuff, I will just ask him, are you, going for those kids?
It's like, suppose.
I mean, that's the plan.
Okay.
Is there any reason why I shouldn't? I probably don't see the automaton at this point. Kind of with where I'm at. Big burning house right in front of my face.
Gotta do something stupid.
Level 5.
Okay.
Level 5.
This is okay. How hardy do those ballistas look? And what are they made out of?
It looks to be wood with metal and large, like 6 foot long bolts. Metal tips.
That's a good idea.
If we're going, we're going. You said we're
I
going.
mean, I don't disagree. With that.
Okay.
Nice.
Mr. Deathwish over here.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Unless you, before you get out of my range, unless you say anything, saying that that's the plan to go after them, then I'm doing something.
Well, that's what I
You
said.
know, a lot of these continue
Get on down here. Let's get going.
walking back.
I have no idea what you're planning.
I will cause a distraction for you.
That explosion wasn't big. I just turned around and kind of like looked up at him. I'm like, that explosion wasn't a big enough one for you?
I'm talking about for the kids.
It's for the kids.
For the kids.
It's all for the kids.
Okay, I will. Is there a place to where I can do cool monk shit and run and jump out of the tree?
Yeah, ahead of you, there's about 4 feet ahead of you a branch that you can run and jump off of.
Cool. I will do that.
Okay.
And about halfway down, I will invoke my jump flight. So you see these almost crystalline. They look almost like ice, but they're made out of this green translucent crystalline material. Looking at it, you're just like, there's no way that would be able to lift me in any way, but somehow it is. Looking at it logistically, you're just like, no, that wouldn't work, but it's just like, it's happening. I will then fly, and I will then use a different action.
Okay.
So for the next minute, I have a flying speed of 40.
Nice.
Woo!
I like it. Okay. Where are you
And
flying to?
I am beelining it to where I am going straight over the ballista on the left.
And how about your flight speed?
40 for now. I might.
So you're like,
Yeah.
As soon as I see him go,
you see this.
what the hell?
Message him, hey, did you see that bird?
True.
Shoot that bird!
Because I think I'm gonna need it, or because I want to do other things. I will bonus action.
Okay.
Step of the wind.
Nice.
So I'm gonna go 80 feet. As
How
I'm
high
passing,
do you want to be?
I'm probably about 15, 20 feet off the ground.
Okay. Let's do this. I'll trade you.
Awesome.
5
Yeah, like
feet
that's
each.
perfect height. Yeah, like almost to where I can land on top of the wagon. As an
Wish I
action,
had more of them. But...
right?
This is so cool.
Perfect, yeah.
As an action, you will see this translucent spectral. It almost, if you're not quite focusing as hard, it looks like my, from my kind of clavicles up to my head starts morphing and twisting into the shape of a red dragon, and I'm going to spit dragon fire over this ballista just in a 30-foot line, and then keep flying over it.
Dude, this
As you
is
go
so
by.
sick.
Okay.
Yes.
I like it, dude. I like it.
Dragonborn for the win.
And
That's fine.
If it matters, it has to make a deck save.
30 for the ballista.
Yes. Deck save
Yeah,
for
it doesn't really make it.
anything.
But, you know.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then just the initial damage is 2d6 fire damage, and then it sets anything on fire that is flammable. For 11 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Killian, I don't think it's a bird, bro. Wait, lied.
Nice.
Just
So it's over the top of this thing. How far are you going?
Straight past it.
So you're-
40 feet more. Yep, straight past it. And then I am hard banking coming around, and I'm gonna do the exact
you're
same
like-
thing to the other one.
Back here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
do I recognize that it's him?
You, I don't know, whether you're watching him jump out of the tree and fly over.
No, I was walking that way,
Do you think it's that bird?
so I didn't see him jump out of the tree,
You
but
just
I
see
definitely would have seen like
Something.
something pass. I'm assuming. Yeah.
And then flame.
You also, and it also makes a very loud, like it's an actual dragon roar that's like happening with it. So it's like, it's very audible. You know it's there.
Little dragon.
So as you hit this thing, you hear a scream from the horse that's in front of it too. That takes some damage. The ballista starts on fire. Let's roll some initiative now before you make your second pass.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Okay. What you got?
25.
Damn. Come on.
Would it
First.
Would it help if one of us ran Briz for you?
Sure. If somebody wants to. Who has it pulled up?
Absolutely, I do.
If you have his pulled up, run him.
13 for my niche.
I love you, Brent. I'll try to make you proud.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the
13?
Dieter energy out.
I'm gonna save the horse.
I really do miss my initiative.
Oh, you would do that.
He
Yeah,
would.
you're
He
right,
would
you're
go
right,
save
you're right.
the
He would
horse.
currently die.
He's still pulling those
Yes.
donkeys along.
You're right. You're right.
Oh, he is?
Well, unless he left them behind somewhere.
I'm assuming he probably would have.
Probably tied him off over here.
Probably tie him to a tree. So
Over here.
Oh, right here.
Right there. We'll just say he brought him
Give
over and
him a
tied him
kiss.
off before you guys all took off running or flying. We'll
Yeah.
roll for him.
Oh, he's level 4. We gotta get him up to level 5.
Yes, we do.
Oh no.
Yes, we do. That's what happens when he doesn't show up. Brant.
Yeah, heck that guy.
Just roll for his initiative real fast to see where
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
gonna fall in.
14.
So he is right after you.
Nice.
Right before.
Right before you? What'd you roll?
13.
Yeah, you're last.
Yeah. I'm a big
You got
clunky
first
player.
roll, and then it's their turn. Cool. So, while he's working on that, what are you gonna do?
Pretty much the same thing.
Whip around.
Whip around for this. Yeah, I guess I would have come left and come back through the other
Oh,
side.
here?
Yeah, and this time I'm gonna go straight towards the other ballista in another
Oh, the
straight
top, or
line.
you've
Yeah,
circled
so
all
just
the way
over
back?
the top again.
So just right back over.
Correct. And
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can't catch some of those people in a 30-foot line as well. 30 feet
Okay.
long, 5 feet wide.
Balls.
Oh, I died.
And you fell off and died. So as you're,
Like classic.
you came through,
Uh-huh.
whip around real quick, come back over the top of this.
Yes.
So as you start blasting straight down, that guy you'll definitely hit, the horse. This guy, he might, these two have cover as
Okay,
you're
that's
coming
fine.
through.
Yeah.
So roll your...
It's deck saves.
Oof. Okay. This will be fun. Dex. Ooh, okay, come on. What is? I don't know what his is. Ooh, one guy. That guy over there fails the, with
Nice.
the ponytail.
Nice.
Let me see if this other guy
That's
real
the guy.
quick.
That's really the important one.
Yeah. Where the hell is it? Oh, you piece of crap.
And then question, at the first flyover, what is this construct made out of?
Looks metallic,
Okay.
best you can see. Come on. God damn thing. There we go.
It isn't very high. He has to be a 13.
Just trying to get his numbers here.
So
So, what was it?
13.
Yep.
No, a con?
Dex. Dex
Dex.
13.
Is that one?
Oh, he had a +0. He rolled a 12. So he took it.
Nice.
Huge.
Nice. Okay.
Double sixes. 12 points of fire damage.
12 fire.
And then anything that's flammable gets caught on fire.
Like his hair?
Yeah, his ponytail. I'm aiming for his ponytail.
Okay, so ponytail guy. So for this, we're going to do ponytail guy is 1.
Okay.
The guy standing on the ground, number 2.
Okay.
The 2 on the steps, 3, 4. Construct 5.
Sounds good.
2, 3, 4, 5 is the con. Okay. So drilled the dude for 12.
Yes, 12 points of fire damage.
Ouch. Okay. And then that con. Okay. 12. Whew. Yeah. It hits him and hits the ballista. Let's see how much. Yep. The ballista. That one starts crackling. So you flew that far?
Yeah, so I would probably go maybe just 5-10 feet past the ballista and almost hover. I'd go probably down like 5-ish feet to where these people probably couldn't, like the couple of mages I saw couldn't almost try and like snipe me with some spells, like kind of hiding in the trees for some cover.
Okay.
But clearly visible to everybody over here.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
As it the 2, you do turn around and you see the guy on the ground is trying to pat his stuff down. The other 2 are looking at you. You see him turn and wicked daggers come out. Cool.
Boy.
Their turn.
Yeah.
Good luck. I hope that's a big enough distraction for you. I don't know.
Okay. That guy, number 1, he is going to try to douse the flames, so he's going to drop and roll. That's what his action is, just to... And he rolls around.
Nice.
And
nice.
his thing's still burning. The horse screeches and, like, starts to move as he rolls around on the
That's fair.
ground. Puts it out, but he's down.
Okay.
Second guy, his cloak is slightly burned. He took a full... No, he fell too. Sorry. He took 12 as well. He turns and you see he's like... Reaches up, pops the thing, and drops the sash as it hits the ground.
Right.
Turns and looks at you. You see he's bald-headed.
That's
And
always...
he's got... His eyes are almost sunken black.
No.
And he's got like... Looks like tendrils like up his head as he looks up towards you, and you can't see his pupils as he looks up at you.
Smile and wave.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. This will be fun.
It's really nice of you to just check off. It was awesome. I love it. No, hey. Bruce, hurry.
Let's see.
Man, I wish we were like within a mile. You guys can call it an airstrike.
I thought about it. I'm just like, you know, it'd be rad.
You,
They just stumble over.
you know
here,
where they're headed, and
start randomly
totally,
shooting.
that's your guys' call. If you want to bank towards them and go help, that's up to you guys.
So just be ready for
So-
an airship to come chasing you.
Yeah, that's
like the
the-
only problem.
Yeah.
He just slowly starts walking towards you. Walks past this horse.
Ominous.
The horse like,
He
yeah, and
needs
he
to
just
start
he like
walking.
Yeah, right?
It's the worst.
he walks 5,
Ominous.
and it's like the horse is like freaking out, and you see he's like right through the horse.
Through the horse, like he
Yeah,
phases
it's like,
through
and
it.
he just kind of right through it,
Woo.
walking towards you.
Like this guy.
That's a ghost, bro.
Did he seem to be affected by fire?
It hurt him.
Okay. But like he didn't just like shrug it off like
No,
unnaturally.
it hit him.
Yeah,
He's
okay,
like,
okay.
and then he ripped the thing off and drops the cowl, and the cowl is still kind of burning. And he just
Right.
looks up at you, and you see these black eyes, no pupils at all, and you see the tendrils of black that kind of run up his skull.
There's no way he
Is
can
he-
reach like 15 feet off the
Starts
ground.
walking.
This is where we find
Until
out that
he
the
does.
crown card is using that.
He walks
Yeah,
towards you, gets
Oh,
down
yeah.
just below where you're at,
Mm-hmm.
and you just see a hand come up, and you see a flash of silver coming up towards
Yep.
you. Oh, that misses it. Off through
Rad.
the trees. You see the hand motion, and like a glint of something. Next thing is behind you. You hear the trees, something break off. You see a couple of leaves fall. His countenance, he just kind of drops his shoulders as he looks towards you. The other 2, this guy. He turns and you see he's like boop, 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 on the door, and then drops off.
Oh, great.
This guy, it's almost like as he jumps, he disappears and pops up.
Nice misty step. Okay.
It's like as he steps off, you see him
Rad.
disappear, and then you hear
Rad.
behind you as you turn. He's standing behind you. Yeah, he's gonna do the same. You see two. Come on.
Yep.
Gosh dang, that's a 13.
Miss.
Oh, that's better. That's an natural 20.
Oh,
Finally. Tough.
Cool. As you kind of see the motion, and you're like, okay, the first guy did that. As you shift your body and it hits the branches, and you're like, almost like, and then the next one you feel just below your rib cage, just right in the little chink of
Reaction.
the armor. Okay.
Deflect missiles.
Deflect missiles. Okay.
Wait, I have that right. Hold on.
Yeah. Do you?
I could have swore I had it.
Pretty sure you got it. Number 5?
I thought you did.
Yes. Okay. Yes, reaction. Reduce it by 1d10 plus 10.
Okay.
Plus 10.
On the crit
That's
too.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Rolling. A 9. Reduce it by 19. Huge. Dude, heck
By
yeah.
13.
no shit.
No, by 19.
Damn. Okay. So that's good lord. So you only take 4 points of damage. It would have been 24
Nice.
on the crit.
That's my
Nice.
life, I'm pretty sure.
So it, and as you look
Oh, no,
down,
we leveled up.
you reach down to grab the hilt of this thing, and it disappears out of your hand. You're like, you see the blood trickling.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Okay.
This guy, he just holds, and you see he kind of pulls his cowl back a little bit and just waits. Just watching you for a minute.
Oh, no.
This thing's like stops, and you see the hand, and you see the flame as it shoots towards you. It's gonna be.
Brad.
Let's see if it actually hits you or not.
Thank you.
Sorry. Come on.
Okay, well, luckily I have a level 5 Briz now designed and ready to go.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Good job. Okay, where the hell is it? Sorry, I pulled up the wrong one. Gosh dang it. Hate when I do that. Okay. Cool. Let's see if he blasts you up. Okay, that's a 19.
I believe that hits me.
Cool.
It does.
Okay, this thing blows up. You see the and energy flies. Hits you for where the hell did it go? There we go. Take 11 bludgeoning damage as it hits you, and then the energy as it hits you, it arcs, and you see electric arcs around you as you take another 7 points of lightning damage.
Okay, so what, 18 total?
Yep.
Okay.
It then lowers the hand down a little bit, and you see, how far did he walk? 15. Trying to see how close he can actually get to you. Okay, cool. As he blasts you the first time, you kind of, he closes the distance right behind this guy, and you see the other hand comes up, reaches up towards you, and you see 2 pinpricks of light, kind of, and then two lashes like come out, like they're trying to grab a hold of you, and they're both arcing with electric energy as it comes up towards you. Damn it! He misses. Very poorly. As it shoots up towards you, you're kind of in the edge of this tree. One of them lodges in the edge of the tree, the branch, and the second one skips off your armor, and you feel the warmth of the electricity as it comes past you, as he sucks them back to you. Okay. And this thing, you hear the whoosh as this thing starts moving very slowly. Okay, homeboy's on the ground rolling around. That thing's on fire. They're over there messing with him. Briz is up.
Where's Briz at?
He's right here.
Way over here.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. And we have no idea what just happened.
Nope.
Oh, so he
But
has...
we are working our way towards that.
You know the caravan is
Yeah,
in
you
that
see that.
direction.
But that's it.
Yeah.
You see
We
the
don't
flame.
know that it's him. We don't
Like,
know.
as you guys are moving, you see flame.
Just FYI.
Go. So Briz and Killian are heading over towards the caravan to get to the kids?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so he'll use his 40 feet of movement to, I assume probably we're just going to keep going around that backside where it's nice
Just
and
moving
stealthy.
around here.
Yeah.
Get you about right there. Looking through, and this thing is burning. You see this pulling away, and there's a guy kind of crouched as this thing moves. He's looking over this way. You can probably see through. This is burning. You hear a guy screaming over there. Both these horses are like freaking out, trying to pull these wagons that are now burning.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Can he see any horses on fire?
one right in front of you.
Okay. He will use his action to dash
Okay.
to get to the burning horse. And do
Yep.
whatever he can.
Right here?
I don't know.
exactly what Briz would
Yeah,
do.
He's
I
like-
don't know if he can do anything afterwards, but
What's he trying to do?
I assume the horse is still like hitched up to this burning
Oh yeah,
car, right?
as it started on fire, this thing's freaking out, screaming as he's trying to pull this thing as it's burning. As he runs up to the edge of this burning thing, and this horse that's got a singed back.
Yeah, if he can, either, with his big old great axe or just with his fucking mitts, he'll just like smash through whatever like wooden supports are keeping the horse connected to the car.
Okay,
Just to get the horse free. and
whichever
get
you want to try and do.
if he uses his great axe, will he hit the horse?
He might. Depends on what he swings and how he swings. So
Oh, he's
Just-
confident.
take a hit, take a swing.
All right, here we go. Ooh, not bad, not bad. That's gonna be 16.
Yep. As he hits the first one and as it snaps, roll your damage on it.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
Holy shit. Oof. Rolled a maximum of 12. So
yeah.
total of 16.
With the flames and everything burning, this thing, he slams right through, freeing the horse up from this as the ballista wagon kind of collapses and the ballista slides a little bit, still burning.
Yeah. And he'll just, free action, slap the horse and send it running.
Whoosh, slaps the horse.
That's
Horse takes off. Look. It's gonna go.
So.
Screeching. Okay.
I assume that's all his movement stuff. So yeah, that's his turn.
Okay. I'm gonna
I feel so powerful.
30 or
If you get
so
Briz
I'm gonna
killed,
take
it's just
30 feet,
no, it's just
run
you.
that way.
Yeah, it's just
Actually,
you.
take all
Yeah, it's
60 my
just-
feet and just move
Where you wanna go?
back around, up towards Briz. We're kind of following along where Briz went.
60 gets you right behind him.
Cool. And then I see him now.
Yeah, up in the up across from you.
Like it was him.
And
I
there's
knew it.
there's a couple people around him, and this
Cool.
massive metal thing hands up towards him.
All right. And just if this would let me go away. Come on. Come on. You can do it. I want to see the distance. Does he look hurt? Like he
Yeah.
looks kind of beat up.
In the flickering flames in the darkness
I
from
can't tell. That's what I want to know.
what,
Would I be able to see
you're
it?
like what, 60 feet away, 40 feet away, at least. He's about 60, 65 feet away from you,
Okay.
hovering in the shade of the trees and flickering lights. So it's, you can tell it's him, but you
Right,
can't
right.
really
But that's
tell
about
how.
all I can tell.
Yeah, I
See
would
the
say
faint
in
red of my face start to go back to green.
Yeah.
The longer
It's
it's
like
All right.
awesome, so good.
Well, that, I mean, if I don't think he's hurt, then I'm cool. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm hanging out for just a minute.
Briz slaps the horse as it starts to move. You see the wagon 20 feet away from where you guys are starting to move.
Cool.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Back to you, my buddy.
Oh boy. If I talk to Killian, like just speak like a sentence, is that a free action or is that like what is that?
Depends on what you're trying to say. Like, are you like, hey, come over here and do this and that?
No,
and this and
it's
that? That would be
it's
a
just
little
like a couple of words.
more. Go for it.
Brought you your time. Good luck. And I am going to run that way, getting fucked up by 4 people and seeing people still moving towards me.
You start to go that way.
I am going to... before I leave, I'm going to just take a second, look at everybody, spend a key point, bonus action, patient defense, and then dash. 80 feet flying that way, and I'll dive into the forest and go in between trees.
So patient defense.
Just lets me dodge. So everything's at disadvantage.
Okay. So the only thing, as you start to take off, that metal monstrosity, you see the 2 lights. You're still within its range.
Yep.
Is it at 15 feet? It launches them at you, but it is disadvantage.
Yep.
Okay, that's probably good. Yep, that's real good for you. That was definitely hit on first one, missed on second.
Awesome.
As you, how far are you going?
80 feet, and I will almost kind of bank around to where I'm kind of just loosely thinking where I think I'll intercept the car, like in a minute or 2.
Take off. You see him disappear from sight as this thing shoots 2 barbs again, and as it's right behind you. Now the first one would have grabbed your ass, but nice.
Hey, fuck me up, bro. It's the automaton. Right. I'm not fucking with that automaton after he's trying to grab me. Good luck.
Okay, their turn.
Their turn.
Okay. This guy spends his time rolling around, gets up, and he's trying to calm the horse now that you're gone. That's his deal. This one, you notice, as he takes off, this guy just kind of watches.
Where he's going.
Mm-hmm. Just almost like he's...
Yep.
Walks up to the edge and kind of just peering off. He's like... You see slowly...
He's just hyper-focused on it, guy.
This guy, as you turn, you see him disappear and pops up. This one turns, starts walking back over. This one walks a few steps and then you see him disappear and pops up.
Okay.
That's their turn for now.
Shall we reconsider the plan to get these random kids?
I mean, should we?
I don't know.
What if they're important?
I don't know.
They're children. Would you leave children just to be?
Yes.
I
just did.
I'm in charge of keeping Bruce's character alive, so yes.
So
That is not my mission.
think about what you
I don't even know what we're doing right now.
think about what you guys want to do.
Okay.
You two.
Yeah.
Yep.
As this takes off, you hear them. Is that fire? Might be. Not sure. Not us yet. As it continues going north. Where are you guys going? Straight north? You notice if you're still up on top, along the wall, the 2 engines that you saw light up, as it lifts off, it turns and starts heading along the wall, almost like towards the air tower that had a massive explosion on it.
So it's not headed
coming
toward
at you
us.
at the moment. That massive explosion with the natural one kind of diverted its attention to go see what the hell that was first. As your ship is rocketing away.
It's like chasing a motorcycle.
Yeah.
So they kick on their afterburners and
Right.
so yeah, you don't see anything coming at you, and you are getting closer and closer and closer to this. You can get the first little bit of bobble of as it's going closer and closer.
Yeah, you're driving. I can't quite say anything about it.
What are they
I'll look
getting
at Terry and be
closer
like,
The rifts.
to? The rift.
Flying into the rifts.
yeah. I'll look at Terry and be like, all right, let's do this.
He's. You sure? You sure? As the ship Shudders.
We're in and we're out. We're gonna use it for cover for a few seconds, then we get out.
He's, okay. As he hammers down the two,
Yeah.
and it keeps going. Are you still up on top?
Yeah.
Make a
I'm-
dex save.
Oh,
Oh shit! Astoria!
sorry. My dex is pretty
We
good.
lose you in the rifts. I can't save you.
Yeah,
What
16
actually do?
plus.
So
She's
make
on
a dex
top
save.
of
She's
the
up
ship.
on top up here as this
While
thing
we're fighting
as
with
hits the
clouds.
first one. And you notice as it hits this first cloud, and the ship kind of shudders. As you're looking back from this cloud that you just burst through, you see sparks, and they kind of as you keep going.
16 plus 7 is what?
That's 20
Pretty
big.
big.
You're
23.
good. You're good.
20, okay.
You hold on. As you look up and see the sparks of this as it hit off whatever this energy was that sparks come.
I'm sure that is.
It's almost like drag racing.
No
The
big
bottom of your car
That's
smacks the ground.
Yeah.
Shoots out some sparks.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm sure that doesn't mean anything.
As he's just hammer down,
Not north.
straight north. Cool. I like it.
Yep. I'm counting the seconds of how long we're in here. One. I like it. Two. I like it.
4, 5, 6.
How long do you stay in this?
Astoria, are you still up on top?
Yep.
Okay. Make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Question. Please let me see.
16.
Do you see all the
16.
Elder Scrolls?
Probably, since.
As you're
No.
looking around, as you're looking
I'm a
around in
close
here,
perception.
that first bit of energy that you bounced off, as it kind of sparks go, and then you see it flow between you. You see the burning, exploding tower that was behind you is now looks like it's behind glass, like it's there's something like it's waving the energy.
You know what this
As you're,
one is annihilation.
Oh.
And it makes it even
yeah.
more terrifying.
Oh, dude, like the guy with the
Yes,
snake and
yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh.
I don't know why,
Exactly
that
what
just
you're
came to
talking
my head.
Ooh, you're right.
cool. Okay.
Don't like that.
As you guys are zipping along here, who wants to roll?
Oh my.
Oh, yes. Astoria does, because she's up top.
I guess.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's exactly.
It's
What,
fine.
yes.
It's fine. It was just a meteor.
That's the
Kills
airstrike.
everybody, including the
Okay.
kids. Just,
Yeah, it's a
I'll roll it right here.
freaking.
are you going to roll it down the way?
Gosh, what's the?
Well, now I
It's gonna
can't
be
see
an
it.
8.
Yeah,
8. Oof.
yeah. This is like Schrodinger's.
Oh, I like that.
Schrodinger's cloud, like whatever she perceives
cloud.
comes into existence. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I accidentally closed my eyes.
I think that might be the better thing to do.
Well,
It might be. You never know. 8. Okay.
I get turned into a sheep.
I think
I
that
hope
might be
so.
the
Maybe
best.
an inside out
I
sheet.
hope so.
That might be the best case scenario.
Yeah, an inside out sheet. Best case scenario.
Sorry, I had it.
They're just wet to the touch.
Maybe.
It's an inside out sheet. It's in this
You didn't need to do sound effects.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Gross.
I like
Love
it.
you, babe. Crown Bane.
Listen, if you steal my husband, I'm stealing your girl, so think about this very carefully.
Oh, that's fine.
Hey, yo,
We-
Chandler,
we-
get me up.
You offer? it?
Cool.
I'll take Chandler.
Okay.
Give me permission.
Oof.
Absolutely.
Are you consenting?
Fair
Uh-oh.
exchange.
Oh no, the DM said ooh.
And then his eyebrows raised and his eyes went
Yeah,
wide.
it's
He's like, ooh.
He's recoiled from his own screen.
We're gonna throw this back in here for just a sec.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna show us what part dies.
Maybe.
Oh.
I do not want to go into the rifts. Let me
As
be
you-
completely real.
You're like, wow, this.
The spirit of Dieter.
You. You rolled. What was your perception?
Oh,
16?
16 on
16,
my perception.
cool. You see that through, and it's like this film, like oil, like between you and it. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay. And as you glance around, as you look up to the sky, you see a pitch black sky with stars.
Ooh.
It was
That-
daytime, right?
It was evening.
Okay.
It was getting dark, but it is you hit this and it's like pitch black. You're like, okay. And the strange thing is you notice you feel the movement of the ship, but it's not like there's no wind. it's just whipping along.
Right.
You're like, the hell, as you glance off to the side, you notice about maybe 100, 200 yards off, you catch a glimpse of something moving with you. Like, as you look, there's nothing there. As you see just out of the edge of your vision, as you can look up, it's not there. What the hell? You turn, look back the other way, and on the other side of you, you see this massive hull of a ship come out towards you, coming right towards you. And off of it, you can see there are tendrils of black off each side of this thing, as just the front of a massive ship starts coming towards you guys. Out of the ether, out of whatever it is, and it is behind you, up, and gaining quickly.
I'm sure they just want to say hi.
Yeah, I go, and I will go to the cannon. I will. Can you hear me if I yell to you?
Try.
Without, like, the wind now?
There's no wind. This thing's zipping along. There's no wind.
Ooh.
Like you, and the wind's gone, but you're still. And you look back, and that shimmering thing is fading away from you.
Question: are they going fast? Like, is there no wind resistance, or you just don't feel it? Not sure. Okay. You just see things start flying by even faster and faster.
Oh yeah, and yeah, you would notice there's also
We've
like,
gone into warp speed.
there are like almost like clouds that whip past you, and then other things like you can tell if there are rocks or something past you.
Right.
No wind, just as this ship is.
Yeah, I will try to yell for Rook.
Okay.
There's something following us. It's their ship.
Hand
Help.
it over to him. I need one of you to roll that.
Death save.
It's your turn.
True. Death save.
Oh, that's not necessarily.
Maybe
12.
12. Okay. As you yell, you hear her, Rock! And you can hear from the hatch open above you.
Oh.
She yells at you.
Okay, Taryn, let's bail. Let's get out of this place.
He's like, what? Just. Are you just staying inside?
Yeah.
Okay. As you notice
Don't
this
chase
thing
that.
comes closer and closer, all of a sudden it, almost like it hits a bank of clouds that zip past you and disappears. You're like, you turn and look ahead of you where you're going, and you can see another shimmering as you guys are blowing right towards it.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. As you're yelling at him, we get out of here. We gotta get out of here. He's what? You feel, and as you're looking ahead of you, suddenly, just out of the edge of your vision, it's like this massive ship is right there as it, right off the top of the ship. It slams the top of your ship.
Oh, shoot.
As the ship.
Oh shit.
I need you to make a dexterity save for me. As
Yeah.
this massive ship comes across the hole and slams into it.
Okay, 14 to 7. 21.
As it hits, you feel it drop out from under you completely. As your hand reaches out and catches one of the spikes on the top, and
Oh, my
as
God.
the ship is diving, you're holding onto it, feet hanging in what would be massive wind as it's pulling you. The ship slams into you guys. Let's see how much ship damage this thing takes.
I'm doing that like silent scream.
Holy shit.
Holy ship. Pretty much.
I have no mouth, but I must scream.
Oof. Okay. As it slams into this, the side wall blows out. And right above Tariq, as it hits, you can now see open space as it. You can see stars whipping past as it. And the ship starts. Taryn is freaking out, pulling on, thinking, help, as it. You are holding on as this ship disappears. And you're getting closer and closer and closer to the next shimmered, but you're now banking down as it slams in the top of you, pushes the ship down. He's trying to hold.
Can Taryn and I like see anything down here, or are we kind of like relying on
You
what
can
the story is saying?
out through the front. There's the big boiler that sits kind of in front of you. There's small windows that look out the front. You can see this thing.
Oh,
So
okay,
you would have seen all of a sudden this thing appear across the front of the ship and disappear. And then there's 2 windows on the sides.
Yeah, I'll just direct her into whatever shimmering field is in front of us and be like, okay.
He's trying to hold on to it. Who wants to make a roll for see if he can control it?
I will roll.
Go for it.
It's a 4. Can I re-roll?
If you want to use that as your reroll,
Yes.
go for it.
As a matter of fact, you do.
Probably a good idea.
8.
Okay.
0 points. No.
He rolled.
Hero points.
You.
I forgot
Wow,
those
that was
were a
really
thing.
something I thought.
Actually, add roll one for Tariq to help.
Oh yeah.
She's hanging off the side of the ship, so she doesn't really get to help.
Tariq
Yeah.
has a 10.
Okay.
Okay.
You're good.
So I've got.
Keep your hero point. Because with his roll plus yours plus Terran's, he slowly starts to level this thing off as it's the engine kind of as you through the next.
Yeah.
As you do, make one more dex save for me.
Oh, Astoria.
Oh, that's way better. 19 plus 7.
Oh, points.
Okay. As it slams, you don't see sparks this time. What you see is it hits, and there is almost like a splash, but of black. Like as it hits it, this black stuff as you through, and the wind is pulling on you. And as you're dangling, looking back, your feet dangling in the winds, you see the black that you just hit start trying to come towards you as the ship is through the rifts.
Oh, jeez.
So they just exited?
They just went.
Oh, through.
They're going deeper. No, they're still in the midst of. They're now further into it.
That's fine.
I'm gonna start
it's
like
the eye
doggy
of a
paddling
storm.
my legs, trying to
You're
get
like,
back onto the ship. You're like, ah!
Okay. You pull yourself back up onto the deck of the ship, and you look up front and see the side panel is gone, and there's pieces like little pieces of wood like breaking off.
No.
Just make it to the center.
That was a good one. That was
That's
a good one.
not
I like
good.
that one. Okay, so are you continuing, or are you going to try and bank and get the hell out of here? What are you guys trying to do?
We're gonna try to bank now.
Okay. You notice in here where the black sky that you noticed kind of a void almost where you were. You're now looking down at about 200 feet below you. You would see is some twisted and broken rocks, but it's almost like there's a pattern to it. It's not just strewn about. Like there's something that made these broken patterns down as the earth underneath you is broken. It's kind of almost like a magnetic field, like you see the
Oh.
down below you
Yeah. Okay.
as you bank down. And you also notice that it's faintly glowing, like almost a purple hue in here, wherever here is.
Right.
Far off in the distance, you can see shimmering. As you turn, bank, make a check for me.
In 3
See
months,
if
you
you
guys
guys
are going to die from radiation poisoning.
Yeah,
Maybe.
for real.
60.
Our skin starts melting off.
Yeah.
Roll one for Tariq.
8.
Okay. Taryn rolls balls. So it takes a minute for you to slowly level this thing out as
Right.
it's now almost having to like oversteer.
Yeah.
Because the one engine's kind of as you're banking. The blackness that you blasted through is now kind of formulating into something as it's following the trajectory you guys are banking.
Is it possible for me to just panic, just throw a summoned dagger at it? Like, nope.
You can
Nope.
certainly try.
Yeah,
It's out there a ways, but
I'll sit like right at the edge.
she's all,
Yeah, I'm just
Shooting
gonna
summon
try to.
daggers?
I'm just gonna try to toss one at it and be like, Get.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Please leave. You were part of the plan. Well,
like it.
that's not great on the first one. It's be a 9 to hit.
9.
Yep.
As you, it just kind of through these swirling kind of masses of, and you notice as it's getting closer, instead of just these chunks and things, it's starting to now almost form together, like it's coordinating as it's coming
Oh.
closer.
Yep, I'm gonna aim for that thing.
Okay.
I'll throw another one. Oh, much better. 15 plus 7. So what's that?
22.
22.
As it slowly, the dagger miraculously hits. It's out there a little ways, but it's, and you're, and this is following you. It's like, as you chuck this thing, as it hits, you see the black kind of off the side of it, and then it forms back up and keeps coming.
Ooh.
Yeah, that didn't go very well. Can you guys go faster? Thanks.
Who wants to roll the D100 for me?
Is it every time I say something? God damn it.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. I just gotta shut up.
Alright, here we go.
Because I'm talking.
I'll just shut up over here.
14. No, 41.
Like a
41.
41.
41. I'm reading it backwards.
41.
41.
Okay.
No.
It's all good.
Clear skies.
As you guys are banking
Smooth
around,
road.
You're now in Hawaii.
it is gaining on you. Up ahead, you can see there are
Jazz.
a couple of different, almost like shards. Like it's not just walls, like layers. Like you blasted through one, hit a second one as you start banking, thinking it was back there where we came from. There's kind of some shimmering over here. It's you're like, oh shit, where are we?
Oh no.
There's not. It's not just like a cake.
Yeah.
You blasted into somewhere as you start banking to the right, back to where maybe you'll get back there.
Just keep going deeper.
It's like
Yep.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Keep going.
Pretty
Oh,
much.
Where they're
Yeah.
like,
Pretty much.
Yeah. Keep
Okay,
going.
this thing is slowly gaining on you.
Ah,
You
shit.
guys.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Briz, and then Killian.
As I just watch him like fly away, I'm like, huh.
Briz slaps the horse, it takes off.
Yeah.
And this thing, they're right close to you guys, but they haven't noticed you yet.
I just kind of, in Briz's mind, not out loud, I'm like, get over here, quietly. Kind of usher him back
Sneakily
towards me,
go back.
if he would.
Briz's turn first, but it's,
Oh, sorry, I didn't know we
it's
were
all
in
good.
initiative.
Yeah.
We're coming back to you guys
Slowly
in
go
a
back
No,
minute.
no, no, you're good, yeah.
Yeah.
Briz's turn.
He'll quietly go back to you.
Oh, okay.
He heard you. Now it's your turn. It's all good. It's all good, dude.
I forgot Briz was there.
Nice.
In his head, I say, what do we do now?
You told me to come over here.
Right, but what do we do now? As the wagon's like moving away. Right?
Mm-hmm. It's slowly.
Were we going to save those children?
Can we?
He looks at everything. Just,
Why
I don't think that was a good time.
don't you and you, since
Oh.
you're right there, make a perception check for me.
Oh, he's good at this.
He's good at this.
12.
He usually has pretty dang good perception. You have like a +2 or something.
Yeah, he's got +3.
Yeah. Perceptive, not very bright, but he sees things.
10.
And what was his?
12.
12. Okay. You notice through the flicker in the light as it starts moving. Okay. As it's moving forward, on the side of this massive, each of the pillars are metal bars, and there's a small window. As it kind of drifts past you, you're like, "Come here, do we save him?" As you guys turn and both look at this thing as it goes past. The window, there's a faint glow of greenish energy inside as it's trickling forward on the side of the wagon, you see an emblem on the side of the wagon. It's faint and it's in the shadow of your light.
Is that the emblem that I think it is?
No.
What's the emblem?
Let me show you.
Yeah, what is the emblem?
Let me show you.
Would I have gotten a glimpse of it?
Not
Zipping
from
and
zipping
zooming.
around and yeah.
Doing your fire.
They're standing
your dragon
there
biz.
watching this thing, and it's tilted down against the bars, and it is very faint. The only reason you see it there is from your flames lighting up this thing as it goes past.
Rad.
It's not like an emblazoned thing, but there is an emblem on the side of this thing.
While you're looking that up, I'm just curious. What are all these guys doing?
They're still continuing to
And
move.
none of them turn to go towards. They didn't care.
Or they didn't see it,
Or they
don't
didn't
know it's there.
Right. Either way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, none of those guys, from what you're seeing as you see this kind of glancing
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
none of them have started. They're continually filtering away. Let's see. Sorry, let me pull it up. Come on.
Try my hard bug.
Miko. Miko.
Pleasure doing business with you.
That.
Well, I've ever seen it before.
Make a history check.
History. Can Briz help me? Make a history check.
You just speak in my
Absolutely, I
mind.
can.
I'm fighting.
Briz
Demon up
would
this
have
guy,
seen it.
like,
Briz
hey.
would have seen it too.
That's what I mean.
If he wants to help him, or
Yeah.
you guys put your
I'll
head
help
together.
you with advantage.
What is that? I will help you remember.
Mm-hmm.
It's good that he's helping me.
That's good.
Yeah, it is.
No
Natural
shot,
20 for a
dude.
23.
Ooh, all
From a
right.
natural
Yeah.
one.
From a
to
1 to a
natural
20.
Oh my gosh, those are some crazy odds right there.
Oh. Okay.
Let me show you a quick
would
time video
recognize that.
Okay. 45 minutes long.
with an accompanied PowerPoint presentation that lasts approximately 2.5 hours.
Hi, Papa.
You recognize that immediately.
Okay.
Gas.
They're evil.
Gadzooks.
They're actually the good guys.
Oh. We're getting these kids to safety.
True.
Good thing you didn't kill us.
True.
As it
What do we know about them?
Imagine your rescuing dude, that was the school bus. What are you doing?
Not a lot.
as it continues forward.
Yeah.
As it continues forward, you hear. Are you just gonna let it keep rolling? What are you guys doing here? You went off 80
I'm
feet
following your lead.
watching it.
You're following my lead?
Yeah.
You're the smart one.
Could I have stealthed in the trees and stayed close by it, 100 and some odd feet away, trying to stay close?
As you went out and went around,
The golden one. Yeah.
you would have noticed the guy that was
Yeah.
he's still watching as he's walking.
For him. Yeah.
Probably as you're moving, he might be checking.
Yeah. We'll figure out.
He's the one that didn't attack, just
Mm-hmm.
started watching you, and then you. What are you gonna do?
I know. I think when they.
Sticking. They're still.
Yeah.
And you see them fade off through the trees.
When they fade off, I'm making my way towards kind of the vantage point where we were all originally meeting.
Okay. Yeah.
When they completely.
As this moves along, the guy over there, he just gets up and slowly starts walking behind them, catches up. The horse that was in that one, you saw as he stood up, as they're leaving him, he's like, God, pulls out a sword and rams it through the throat of the horse as it and falls over, and then he turns and jogs to catch back up to the wagon,
hold on to
leaving the
Briz's shoulder
burning
so he doesn't,
ballista and the other burning
Briz is
ballista.
already pulling out a freaking javelin.
As it fades, you see, as you kind of move behind where this thing is moving away from you guys, out of the windows, you can see this green kind of mist that's trailing as this cart keeps going.
Green mist coming from the cart.
Yeah, from the windows of the cart. And the two hooded figures standing on the back of it, and the one without the hood, actually, is one without the hood and one with the hood, and then there's one kind of walking along. You see him as walking. He's just kind
I'm
of
still seeing him do that.
checking the trees and walking along the side of it, and then the big construct bringing up the rear as they get further and further.
So to him, I just say, that wagon at least is with the golden blades.
Prison, ever heard of them before?
They're just off.
I will tell you that right now. You never heard of those guys.
He just kind of looks at me like that, and I'm like, they're
Yeah.
they're a cult.
That's all. Tell me more.
They delve into dark magic, ghosts, and things. We might want to stay away from them for a little bit, because I know you like them.
Briz like. Kind of interesting. Briz, he's afraid of ghosts, but he also speaks to ghosts and spirits and things. A lot of his communing he does is with the spirit.
Yeah.
But ghosts, he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's fine. Briz, I wish he was here. You get those two back.
So
Trees got some close to
once they leave, once this is kind of cleared out, I'm gonna start making my way. And like as we're going, like every 10-15 feet, I'm just gonna kind of try and telepathically reach out to my horned friend over here and be like, "Get over here."
How far out ahead are you going? Get over. You would see eventually coming through the trees, on the front edge of this, where the horses are pulling, the lanterns are kind of swinging, but they're not just like a typical yellow red light. It's almost putting off a faint purple light as this wagon, and then out of the windows you see the mist of green.
Yeah, assuming they didn't do anything with the caravan, I will make my way loosely back in the direction of where kind of
We were
this
supposed
all's
to be
happening.
kinda
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going off this way, and you're like going that, not trailing behind this wagon, letting it go. Okay. You head off towards. Why don't you and Briz both make a stealth check for it?
No, don't. Why? Yeah, don't even need to roll again.
You're like, get back.
Briz rolled a 2 for a total of 4.
So as you're kind of whip around, you can hear. Oh God! Get it! Sorry. Them moving through, not being quiet.
I will stay being quiet. I'll see if anybody's following them.
Yeah, not with the one.
Okay.
They're fine.
Yeah, I'll just watch them go
There's
for
a
a
lot of
couple of
noise.
minutes, and then I will just kind of run up behind them.
As is, like I said, every 10-15 feet, I'm just like, "Where are you? We're heading in this general direction, like east, right? East."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now heading more east.
Yeah.
And the further out you get, this is some thick forest.
Yeah.
The further you get going, it kind of you hit an open spot.
Yeah.
It's small. Work your way around it. Keep going. Next one's a little bit wider. And the tree's starting to thin. The further east you go.
And
How
I know
long are you guys going to be going?
to whatever rally point we were supposed to go to meet Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I don't know. I wasn't here when we had
It
the
was
conversation.
Head out there. There are several clearings. Just go wait on the edge of one of the clearings, and they'll find you if they can get this ship. That was the plan.
There were a whole lot of ifs in the plan.
Yeah,
I
a
want
lot.
to wait for him. That's what. I'm tired. Waiting for my green friend. What color are you?
Green.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm an emerald color.
Unless he shoots
Well,
fire out of his
if
face.
Right, sure.
if you're tired, then I'll carry you.
Curl up in your arms.
You got
Briz's arms.
Yeah, he picks up Killian.
And
His
I
Briz
have like.
hooks into his
190.
kilt the leads for the two donkeys.
Oh,
You
yeah,
show
yeah.
up, that's what you see as you come getting closer.
Killing
He's carrying him like a-
bridle.
yeah,
yeah,
bridle.
absolutely.
Arm
Yeah.
around
No
him.
other way.
They're talking
Mhm.
slowly, and you see behind him the ropes with two donkeys following behind him.
I know
He's-
you've had a long couple days.
Thank you for understanding.
Love it.
Or the donkeys?
you-
Do the donkeys have saddles?
They're kind of
I don't
like
think we
those,
have
kind of
any.
Okay,
pack,
just like pack
packs with
okay.
all your stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
gotcha.
That was pretty amazing how that new person turned into more of a dragon than he already was.
That was him?
That was him.
I did not know that.
Thought that was a bird.
I thought that was a small dragon.
He was a small dragon, yes.
Oh, that makes so much more sense.
We'll just walk up near them.
I look
and
to
just
the
like
skies.
stand next, just like walking by one of the meals, and I just won't say anything until they notice me.
And I'm sitting there waiting, looking around for him.
Roll a perception check for the two of you with disadvantage because the two of you are so deeply engrossed in your chat.
I mean, 6. 9 total.
Even with disadvantage, 19.
Oh wow!
Damn.
Wow.
You're like listening to them, and then Briz is like, "What do you say to him?" As you turn, he's walking behind with the mules.
Ah, fire breather. Welcome back.
Look over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, put me down, put me down.
You see his little head pop over the shoulder.
Hi, Mammoth Feet. How's it going?
It's going well.
Yeah.
Sorry, you don't have to slap me. I'll put you down. It's like slapping a rock. It's like,
It's like,
he, like grabs you by your shoulders and like
nice.
grabs the two donkeys, keeps going.
Where are we going?
To a clearing.
Is this not a clearing?
Is this a clearing?
You passed a couple smaller ones.
This is good.
Is it?
I'm assuming
How,
I haven't.
how long were you guys going to walk? Let me ask you that. Because it's dark now. Like
I
it is
will
now
find-
pitch black.
I will find a clearing
That's why your guys were both tripping and falling.
That's fair.
that is big
Ah,
enough
makes
for
sense.
a normal ship because I don't know much about airships, and I'm assuming they're roughly the same size.
Okay. As you guys, I will say it takes you guys probably about 2 hours of wandering through. You're like, no, probably not. No, not here. Actually, you know, you're fine. About 2 hours, you're like, this one's probably big enough. It's about a 40 foot by 60 foot, nice opening that has a meadow in the middle of it.
Ah. This is a good clearing.
It's very clear.
It is very clear. See how level the plain is? It's a very nice level field. Plenty of vegetation.
I just roll my eyes. I'm like, hi.
It's taking care of the donkeys.
Oh yeah.
You both
Donkeys are
did
fed.
very well. Here, have a treat.
You guys gonna sit down and set up camp or just hang out? It's now.
How cold is it?
It's
The cold doesn't bother me.
It's not. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
not
true.
reflex.
It is probably
Weird
in the
flex, but okay.
40s.
So I'm a little
It's
chilly.
chilly, but not cold.
Gotcha.
Especially out here in the forest and the trees, it's chillier than.
So I should be okay with just like my clothes on.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. If you guys just want to hunker down and just sit.
What do you guys think?
About what?
Waiting.
I thought that was the plan.
Here, no help.
Well, the airship was very loud. So,
That's true.
if they do have it, then hopefully we'll hear them coming, and then we can signal and let them see us.
Fair.
But in the meantime, we use cover of night.
Yeah. I think both of you are right. I just sit down and
So now, what do we do if they don't come back with an airship?
daytime hits and we start making our way towards.
Yeah, what was the next town that we were gonna aim for?
I will
Just
tell you.
really, I don't know that you.
We all were
They
I don't think you
definitely
guys
part
really
of this
made a.
conversation.
Yes,
Yeah.
we were.
Definitely.
See, I don't know.
Yes,
actually
were,
made a full-blown plan of
yeah.
which one you were going to.
No, I think we had like a general direction.
Yes.
We had the general
well,
direction.
it's-
No,
where our
we
cone
do
was.
have a
gonna
plan.
have-
Do we?
We have a plan, so I wrote it down.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
All right, we're headed towards Marshan, and you guys are headed towards some land that the. Hold on, what are their names? You guys are headed towards some land that the Fenslaws used to own.
That's right.
On the outside, there was a
That's
like
right.
an old barn that they
One of the. That's right.
they used to have.
One
and
of
you
the
guys are gonna go
clearings.
hunker down,
Yep.
and he's gonna take us to that.
That's right.
So we need to find
Find the clearing,
barn.
but
And
then
it's
yes,
dark.
there's also
And
some
he-
of their old land that the family had for years that nobody currently is in, at least that they know of. And he said, I can get you guys there.
And she gave you guys directions on
Yeah,
how to
she
get
said
to the barn.
head to the
Okay.
head out until you hit these clearings, and then
So
Don't worry,
in
guys.
the couple
I
of
made a
hours
plan.
that we were walking around then, like I would have had my light on.
Okay.
And would have cast guidance on our guide here to help find.
You think I'm
Yes.
a guide? Since Briz is an outlander, would he be able to use his skills to try to navigate the way?
why don't we do a couple
all
of group
about the city.
checks?
All right.
So
I have no idea too.
there's the three of you.
Yeah.
You've got a rough basically head straight east. Get through the forest. Once you start hitting the clearings, we can land in the clearings, or once you hit the clearings, veer to the south. You're still heading east, but southeast is the best they gave you. There is a couple of large clearings, and then you will find some old farmland up there that our family used to own. He didn't point it out on a map for you, or she didn't. She kind of gave you the best quick
She could.
head that way till you hit the clearings, and then start bearing south.
If we knew that, that's kind of the general direction. I feel like
So
we
the
all
first
would
first couple hours, you guys are wandering in circles, and then you're like, okay, hitting some of these larger clearings. Okay, do we start bearing south now? Okay, so let's do a group check between the three of you. Let's see who
Just
gave
a
him
20.
guidance. That's fine, whatever.
What is? Are we just rolling just a d20?
Yep.
Okay.
That's good.
Ooh.
It's a 7.
16.
15.
Ooh.
Okay.
Killian, pull your weight.
Killian's like, I'm pretty sure it's this way, and even the
Killian,
one of
that's the wrong
the
way.
donkey even kind of nudges you, pushes
your
you
D4 on
towards where these guys are
I
walking.
guess you can use it.
He nudges
Good
you, kinda-
insight, but don't
Stop.
get
Oh wait, did you give me guidance?
I did.
He did.
Oh, then I would use it just because it lasts
Not
a
very long.
minute. 4.
Four.
Dirty 20. Or wait, no, I rolled 15. 19. 19.
Yeah,
There we
there
go.
we
Yeah.
go.
Still.
So yeah, as you're like, these two veer off that way, and you're like, I'm pretty sure it's this way, and the donkey even kind of nudges you, and you're like, what? You turn, and they're walking over. You're like, oh, start following them.
Do
As
either of you guys have any light with you? Or am I the only one holding the light?
I will
Torches.
ignite my claws and fire. It's like maybe 5 feet. It's very dim. It's literally just
Oh,
my
I
Nice.
love
claws.
it.
But it's like this is all I got.
I mean, mine's 20, but 20 bright light, 20 dim light.
Mine's probably like 2 bright, 3 dim.
Right. Love it.
I have torches.
No, I just didn't know if you guys were using them. Is all I was wondering. Like,
I
'cause, like
cannot see in the dark,
donkey's
so
like-
yes, I would, yeah.
If Briz would be like, still holding on to the two donkeys,
Yeah.
walking
Yeah.
behind him.
I also don't have dark vision. Do I have any torches? If I have torches, I will also light them because I don't have any.
Seriously, Dragonborn still don't have dark vision?
No, they don't.
Some of them do.
Whoa.
Oh,
There is like there are a couple that do, but not all of them.
I think the critical role ones have dark
It
vision.
was the ones on
I-
cautious.
Do have
I'm sure you do. that.
torches.
Yeah.
I will light a torch.
Okay. So as you, this is going to be a series of
Yeah.
3 checks to see if you
Yeah.
can get close.
Was that first one
That
a
was the
success
first
already? Okay, right.
So you get a general south direction away from these things. So let's do it.
Can I
Another
cast guidance on each of them, every one of these, or is that like not good?
Guidance is a concentration spell as well.
Yep.
Oh,
One
I thought it
person.
only lasted. That's what I meant.
One person. It's
I said
concentration.
both. Okay.
So if you cast it on him, then try and cast it over there. His goes away.
Okay.
One person.
I keep it on.
Cool.
Just because.
Okay.
8.
10.
Ooh, okay. I rolled a 5 before the D4.
Okay.
Oh.
7.
Okay. you guys, each of you slowly kind of start veering off. No, it's this way. No, it's this way. No, it's this way. You follow Briz.
Okay.
It's this way.
I think Briz is going the right way.
I am consulting the donkeys.
That sounds about
Just
right.
like, kind of like stops with his torch,
Follow the food, boys.
True.
Or ladies.
looks
Find
around, looks
Find
at,
water.
kind of like sees that you two are like looking around, and it's like, looks to the donkeys.
It slowly veers to the left. Not sure if it's
I don't know what direction
you're
we're
still going. The terrain starts to kind of drop, going downhill towards something. As you're walking further and further down, eventually make it to the bottom of a ravine, cross over a small stream, start back up the other side. Just making one more check and see where you guys are.
We get lost. 14.
Are you still
Not too
guiding
bad.
me the whole time? Or are you going to change
Each
that
time.
for this last one?
Yeah, I'll get into you.
Okay.
Too funny.
Natural 20.
Hey!
Okay.
14.
14.
Also 14.
Nice. Okay. You, as you get up to the top of this other ridge and you stop for a
Yeah.
second, kind of looking around, and you're like, I think we made a wrong turn. You're like glancing back down. You catch just a faint flicker of probably some torchlight or something way down to the south, which probably is where the road, the main road runs along.
Like where that thing's probably going?
No, well, maybe.
Right.
But there's one thing, you're like, I think we're that way. As you all turn and now follow this second ridge line down towards the main road. It takes quite a while. You guys are walking the majority of the night. It's pushing about 3 in the morning by the time you guys finally stop and look around for a minute. And dead tired, the donkeys are having to be really drugged. Even they put their feet down, and Riz is strong enough to keep pulling them, so they're like, and then they finally give in and walk, and then stop, and then keep walking because they're so tired.
Tough.
And you finally get to what looks to be an old fence line that's running along, broken, and a field of some sort that is completely overgrown, just small trees, and way off, 200 yards off, you can see what looks like an old barn or old shed of some sort.
Is there any other structures around, or just that?
There's that and a small. There's the one larger structure, but even from here you can see that the roof line's kind of buckled way out there. And there's another smaller structure off to the side, whether it's a home, another barn, what. Looks like an old farmstead.
I think we found our phone.
I can go check those out because you guys keep just pushing along the donkeys.
You look a little beat up there, sir. Maybe just stick with all of us.
I mean, whenever we get closer.
Briz will pick up the donkeys.
Okay.
Let their feet rest a minute.
Okay.
He would.
Okay. So you guys have been trudging through the woods and stuff for about 6 hours. It's late.
Ooh, fun.
So
Wow.
Are we exhausted?
you probably will be here pretty quick. I would say put a point of exhaustion on all 3 of you if you're pushing through the night to get here. Unless you were going to stop somewhere in between. But
Probably
I don't feel
not.
like we would.
Will we be exhausted before we reach the homestead?
probably getting about now. As you guys walk in, the point of exhaustion is there.
Okay.
You guys are trudging through. Briz even has a hard time picking up the donkeys. He's so tired. So, you guys are on the outskirts of this old farmstead.
Conditions, maybe.
It is. It's on your conditions at the very bottom.
You guys, back to the ship that is careening through this, whatever this space is. You banked back. Taryn thinks back the way, hopefully pointing you back the way you came.
Yeah.
And this black essence is slowly gaining on you. Who wants to roll that d20 for me, somebody, and
Is it my turn?
tell me what you get.
9.
Right. Okay. As you're banking around, the one engine on the side sputters, and the plane, your ship starts to bank even harder towards the ground.
Shiz.
Karen's freaking out, holding on this thing. You guys notice, well, you would, behind you, this black energy is gaining. It finally slams into the back of the ship. As it hits, you feel a lurch of something hit the back of the ship and push it forward and almost diving it to the ground. Astoria,
Ah!
as it hits, it comes up over the back, you see this black essence slams into you as you're standing on top of the deck holding on for dear life in a careening ship.
I'm gonna die.
You look around and you notice a forest on either side of you and a path going directly in front of you and directly behind you. And you hear a very faint song, a melody. Almost like you've been here before.
Love that for me.
Which way are you gonna go? Forward?
Yeah.
Or backwards?
Forward.
Okay. As you walk slowly,
Wait,
down.
is that towards the sound, or is it everywhere?
it's kind of everywhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I go forward.
Okay. Even as you glance around, as you look back behind you, you look the other way, it almost looks the same. So, as you begin walking forward, the path slowly winds left then right through what seem to be about knee to waist high ferns and other plants as you're kind of slowly walking, running your hands along, feeling them move. As you look out into the forest as you're walking, again, it's very similar. It goes out a ways and then it's almost like it just turns to black and fades. Coming around the bend, you see standing about 30 to 40 feet ahead of you a hooded figure, cowl up, back towards you. And the faint melodies, a second one now also, that slowly becomes starting to become in tune with the first.
Is it a hood figure that I recognize, or is this one different?
Roll a perception check.
So good at these. Yeah, 4.
It's hard to say. It looks pretty similar to the one that you had seen before. Hard to say if there's any difference with the 4.
Yep. While I'm here, do I remember everything that's going on? Do I remember having this happen to me before?
It
Or am I,
feels familiar, like
Okay.
reliving a dream. Like you've been here before, you've experienced this before, but it's you're trying to pull up where you've been, what happened last year. You've been here, but have I really been here? It's familiar to you, but remembering the details are very, very hard, at least right now as you're standing here.
Okay.
But it is very familiar.
Hello?
As you say hello, you notice the garments of this hooded figure that are slowly kind of teasing in the wind. They stop. The ferns and everything around continue to move, but the cowl and everything that it was wearing kind of stops. And you see the head slowly turn back towards you. Cowl is over as what you think would be a face turns towards you. It's black.
I'll I'll take a couple steps back away from that.
Okay. As you start to back up, taking steps back, the distance increases, and then it's like it slowly, as you step back,
Please
it's
don't
not
do that,
coming
sir.
towards you. It's just as you move away, it stays still, just looking back towards you where the head would be. Just a dark face. Life.
I will reach for a weapon, a dagger.
One of your
Just
physical
a
daggers?
normal old metal one.
Okay. You reach down. Where do you usually keep your daggers?
Just on my belt.
Okay. As you reach for your belt, you feel like you look down and you're in a dress that you haven't seen since you were probably 12. As you feel your waist, look down, the dress is 12, maybe 15 years old max. No daggers.
Shoot.
The form slowly turns now to face towards you fully. And the head tilts ever so slightly to the side. You hear the tunes of the two separate choruses, two separate tunes now mingling as one. You see a cowled hand slowly reaches up towards you. And it is just a black cowl, darkness where the head would be. His hand reaches up towards you.
Do I feel any sort of fear from this thing, or does it seem just pretty chill?
It's definitely unnerving,
Mm-hmm.
but there's something very familiar about this, whatever this is.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just... Hi.
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 Where did it go? Oh, hold on. Much like the last time that you were here, at least you think, you hear words enter your mind. If I can find it. Sorry, I had the wrong one pulled up. Damn it. I hate when I do that.
Nah, you good? This thing's about to drop some sick rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure.
It's a mad beat.
Oh, yeah. Bars of the century.
Damn it, I'm trying to find the one. Oh, I'm mad now. I had this all ready to go and now I can't freaking find it. Okay, here we go. You hear, what is it that you seek? And it's like a deep voice, but also feminine. Or is it masculine, or is it both? It's kind of hard to place.
What is the last thing I remember before I picked here?
The last, what do you mean?
Like, do I remember anything about the ship, or... Like, do I remember anything?
It seems like a distant memory of flying on the ship, running for your lives. Seems like it was a while ago. Like it's not too concerning, but it's there at the back of your mind.
I'm, looking for someone.
The head kind of tilts again, and it physically seems like it takes a step closer. It says, you seek someone.
Mm-hmm. Fuck, I keep forgetting the accent. Hold on.
Why? The hand is still proffered to you.
Am I starting to remember this at all?
Roll a history check.
History check? Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Bet. Oh yeah, I guess history makes sense. My history's great. Oh!
Yeah, but is your roll good?
Natural 20
Oh.
plus 7!
It is pretty good.
This dice is on fire.
You remember, you've been asked this question before. What is it that you seek? By an entity very similar, maybe the same, maybe not, to this. In a very similar, whatever this is. The next question that was asked was, what is it that we seek? Was the question that was asked prior. This one's different. It says you seek a person. Why? Different than the last one.
To get even? To get answers?
You hear the choruses almost like become a little more rapid. Almost like the feeling you get of like it's something here, whether it's this thing standing in front of you or this place you are, there's an excitement, almost like a building. It says, we can be we. You distinctly heard that very phrase before. With that natural 20.
Yeah. I remember that. I still don't know who you are.
The hand that was proffered to you slowly recedes. And or the cowls come up and you see it. These long fingers wrap around this cowl as it pulls its head back. Dark hair. As the head lifts up, you're looking at almost a spitting image of you looking back at you. Much darker complexion, darker skin, darker eyes, but it is you.
Are you me?
You see its head kind of tilt a little bit. We are one. We can be one.
Is that what you want?
You see the hand slowly. They're long fingers.
Pretty curious. I'll take their hand again.
Okay. As you grab a hold of the hand, a flash hits your mind. You see your house. You feel panicked for a moment. As you turn, look, seeing a body on the floor, bleeding. As you turn, you hear yelling, screaming from the other room. You turn, looking in your home you grew up in, seeing an open back door, and you feel an urge or a voice, run.
Yeah, get going.
So, as you bolt towards the back door, running, you hear a scream from behind you. Astoria! Your father screaming as you burst out the back door.
Yep, eyes closed, my eyes keep running.
As you run, you, as this plane is through the porthole, you see Astoria jump onto the front and running. Like she's running to the front of the ship. Running. As the ship is...
Gosh. Would I know if either me or Tariq would be able to reach her first?
You could try. Tariq's underneath, wedged underneath where it broke off.
Oh, yeah.
You've got the closer if you jump up. She just jumped over the top of the porthole. If you jump up, and you might be able to catch her.
Gosh, I don't know why she's running to the front. I don't know
Make a
why.
perception check for me real quick.
Ah, 5!
No idea.
No idea? I don't know why you're running up there. I don't know if you're gonna jump off. I think you're probably just checking damage or something, so
Probably.
I just keep an eye on her. That's it.
Okay. She's running to the front. It's from where you see she's running off the end of the ship. As the ship
Oh, shit.
keeps going,
Not again.
she off the front of the ship.
I just turn to her and just say, "Come find us." And I start climbing out and I start yelling to Tariq, "Tariq, I need your eyes! You have to find me in a story. I'm jumping off." And then I jump off into the story.
As you jump,
God,
as you
fuck
climb
me.
up,
Why would you?
as you climb up, get to the top, yell at this. You turn and look, and you're pulling away from her as she's falling. The ship is going the other way. She's not right below you. Like the ship's banking. She runs off, and you continue going.
Yeah. Oh wait, we're not in the void of space anymore. She's falling towards those like magnetized rocks, right?
Yep.
How far is it down?
You're about 200-300 feet ish.
Okay.
And
I
as I
yell
will
at
tell
Terry
you
to
this:
keep
as you
banking
climb up onto the top, and you're yelling at this, looking for her as she's falling, you see from her tendrils of black as she's like it's leaking from her as she's falling.
Yeah, I'll just yell to Taryn that I see her and I'm just trying to guide the ship to where she is. Or
Okay.
like the trajectory where she's falling.
So you're gonna bank back the other way and try and intercept her.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If possible.
She's falling. You're running for your life. You hear the voice of your dad screaming for you. As you're running, looking down, seeing blood all over your hands as you're running.
Do I remember this happening before? Or is this like
It's familiar, but it seems off. Something's off about it. Something similar happened, but some of the details are a little off.
do I have a memory of like the journey I've been on right now? Like what's happened since then?
I would say in this moment you're filled with panic, trying to get away from what that was, what happened, did you do it? Was it you? Was it somebody else? And the panic of the scream of your father. Sounds like he's chasing or following you as you fall. But you have no idea, you're just running.
Cool.
I would say roll a d20 for, actually, let's do make an intelligence save for me.
Intelligence save. Okay. I'm pretty decent with that. 18.
18.
11%.
As you're running, you feel like there's somebody running with you, whether it's next to you, pushing you along. You feel the presence running with you, and it's familiar. It's almost as if it's the same energy or feeling of when you first learned to summon your blade. running, you feel almost a voice, an urge, something in you telling you to let me go. Let me out. I can help you. Let me out. We are one.
Not quite knowing what that means. And just being in complete panic trying to get away.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just be like, okay, do whatever you need to. Just get us out of here.
You reach down, you see your hand. What does it usually look like when you summon your blade?
It's usually kind of like, you know, like a lightsaber when it's dark. It just kind of
Blue or
blue,
whatever?
yeah, like
Is it
like
blue?
it's
What color?
white-ish, purplish.
And is it always the same?
Usually it's pretty much just that very bright, piercing,
Okay.
almost cosmic looking.
As you reach in and say, do whatever you need to, you release your fear, your inhibitions, let this thing take over. Okay. As you, everything in you of just help, you feel something in your mind almost crack.
Uh-oh.
And the fear from running from your father is gone. As you come to a stop and turn, the face of your father, angry, coming towards you, pulling out a large, like a whip, as he's walking towards you. What did you do? As he rears back. Below you, you notice that you're looking down into oblivion, complete darkness that is welling up underneath you. As you reach forward, you feel your hand uncontrolled, reaching forward, like the proffered hand that came up. Your hand comes up and you see black come through your legs, up through your arms. And this large, wicked blade comes out as your father's running, and it right through his heart as he... The only thing in you feel is almost satisfaction, almost a giddy feeling in you. As your father's eyes, and the blood runs down the corners of his mouth as he...
Am I in control now?
Your other hand reaches up and grabs a hold of his face, and you notice your fingers are long, dark. You grab a hold of his face. In your own voice, deep, never again. As you push harder through, you see the black out the back of him. As you see these black tendrils, as you're yelling at him, bank, 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 bank. He's cranking on this thing, trying to bank, as she's falling, just like she's running. Her body goes limp as she getting further and further, and the blackness kind of drops as you just see her body further and further as he's trying to bank this thing around. You see suddenly something from her, black, as she is gone. As she...
Yeah, I start yelling for him to pull up.
Okay. Roll for it, see if you can make the pull.
8.
8.
What's your pull-up game?
Not very good.
I am the pull-out.
I think we should be asking you that question.
It's
Oh yeah, wait.
you're now 200 feet, 150 feet, 120 feet, 100 feet. It's diving to the ground. Tariq even jumps up. He's trying to pull, do whatever he can. The engines are, and the ground is coming up faster and faster and faster.
Oh boy. I hop back down the chute.
Okay.
And I
Roll, make one more roll for me.
7.
7. Okay. Did you roll for Tariq?
6.
His second engine cuts out as you're like a rocket to the ground.
Oh shoot!
These are coming faster. It hits the ground. You guys sitting at the edge of this, breathing. You see in the sky above you, like lightning, which is weird. There's no clouds. It starts. You see, and this right into the field buries itself. You see dust and dirt thrown as this ship hits the ground in front of it. Chunks of wood, metal, fire. Let's see, I need you and all 3 of you make 3 dex saves for me. It's going to be a super high DC too.
Like that. First one is for me. That is a 16.
Okay.
Got a pretty decent dex save. Wow.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. True.
Next one is for Tariq. It is a 3.
Nope.
3? Whoa.
Not it. And for Taryn, a 17. Wow. They all fail.
True.
Yeah.
You
Yikes.
haven't used your advantage yet, though.
Well, he did.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, went from a
I
4
am.
to a...
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
am, I'm fully expecting to be unconscious and or dead.
So as this slams into the ground, it is 42 points of bludgeoning damage. So you guys just see this.
Do we see them at all? Like,
You see some sort of airship come out of this.
Right.
As it there's this coming out.
Yeah.
And then behind it, the cracks kind of fade, but you can still see a faint lines of it, like it's slowly like stitching itself.
Cool.
but we don't see them on a ship.
You
Okay,
just
it's
see the
moving
ship
too fast.
into the ground, and it now is like 150 feet buried halfway in the ground, burrowed up.
Right.
Pieces of the ship go flying different directions.
Yeah.
Are
What
you
if the
out?
engines were like...
Are you out?
No, I had jumped back down in.
No, are you
No, are you
unconscious?
unconscious?
Oh, yeah. I'm
So
very
you failed your
unconscious.
save.
Yeah.
Tariq failed his save. He's
Yeah.
definitely done.
I wouldn't.
Did
have
you
been
roll
able to
for
know these.
Taryn?
Yeah, he got a 17.
17.
Yeah,
Oh,
base
hell.
17.
So he's still awake, barely.
Wow.
He has like 2 hit points.
Oh, dang.
It's only because he took just part of that damage. So yeah, you guys have no idea. This ship just
I would have just been like, I'm
Slam.
kind of stunned, tired, right? Like,
Mhm.
it's not really recollecting
Okay.
that the airship could possibly even remotely hold my friends. I'm like, that's weird. That's weird.
Astoria. What is your
I have the opposite reaction from you.
do this. Let's roll a
Yeah, Briz is like...
roll a history check for me,
History.
and then
right?
a Constitution save.
Okay.
Oh boy, oh boy.
History is a lot better. Okay, 15 plus 7 is 22. So
Okay.
22 for history.
Nice.
Con save that. Okay, 15.
15. Okay. The tether of your mind of history of where you have been. You are the last place you remember. With that was a damn good roll. In the physical world, at least you know of, was on board that ship. If you had your choice, would you have returned there or somewhere of your choosing that is your favorite place? Like something pops up in your head, a memory, a place that you felt safe.
I'd like to go home.
Yeah, like do I go home? Or the nagging feeling of something just happened. Where were we trying to take place? I will say you have a choice of returning to the last place you remember being physically in the physical world, or to a place you feel safe. Your choice.
Remember, you just killed your father.
And you're kind of a
But you're
psychopath.
also, but you're also extremely driven.
I will teleport to where I have felt safest.
Which would be where?
Which would be right
Yeah,
on
that's close.
Rizz's shoulders. Right with
I
Riz.
love it. Okay.
I would be. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Okay.
cute.
Damn. Okay.
Cool.
As this ship,
I'll just be like covering his eyes too, like.
what happens is that's where you envision the love, the strength of him. And as the ship comes to a stop, Briz is holding these two donkeys, and the three of you kind of stand watching this hit. You feel almost like a wave of energy kind of.
All of us?
Yeah, you're like, you turn and you see Astoria laying on the ground right behind Briz, unconscious.
He sets down the donkeys and scoops up Astoria.
Okay. She is breathing, but non-responsive at the moment.
So she's not in the
Um,
process of dying.
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
Well done,
She's
can
limp
I
and
tell?
just kind of,
Okay.
as you pick her up, you also notice that around her eyes, just around the eyes specifically, it's dark and it's slowly fading, but it is dark around where her eyes are, like slowly starting to fade back to what her normal color was, which was still a darker color for a drow, but very dark. Briz is automatically freaked out because he already seen her bend backwards.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He's like,
shit,
ah,
so he's
nope.
like, yo, my. Yeah, he would be a little wigged out, but
In being exhausted, seeing this ship crash, feeling weird, seeing teleportation, running purely off of instinct, the adrenaline starts kicking and I run towards the ship, assuming this is the airship that we need since our
Okay.
friend is now here.
let's have, as it crashed, I need you and Tariq both roll death saves. As these guys are now
Running
towards
running
you.
to them, assuming the
Sure.
fiery.
Oh, I don't need to roll
basically.
that.
Nope, you're good. You're
I
good.
was like, crap.
You're
As
good.
he's running
For-
towards them, I just yell in
Rook.
your mind,
For
where
Rook.
are you going?
14
Okay.
for Tariq.
I'm triple dash.
Unnatural
I
one.
don't respond nothing.
Tariq's not looking good. Natural.
Oh, shiz.
I'm triple dashing, by the way.
Okay. You
Yep.
as you get to the edge of this ship, climbing aboard what's left of this broken rubble, it's kind of cracked open. Like there's a piece of an engine over here. There's one over there that's still kind of, and there's smoke pluming out of it. There's pieces of wood, metal all over, just sprayed, and the main capsule's kind of cracked open. You pop up over and you see Taryn, the young man, bleeding heavily. His chest is slowly. He is bleeding heavily. Looking beyond him, you see Rook, who appears.
They're all in the same space?
Those two are
Okay.
unmoving, looking very, very hurt, almost crushed. You can see an arm is like bent, snapped backwards, and his chest is unmoving, and there's a large piece of metal that is skewered through his back. As he's
Is this Rook or Tariq?
you.
Whoa!
Tariq is somewhere maybe buried in the front.
Yeah.
He was in the front as it hit
Oh,
the ground.
shoot, that's right. I told him to come back.
Okay.
You guys were in
Here.
the second section behind.
Yeah.
He took the full brunt of that impact.
Oh, shiz.
I would see. I don't even get a hint of where Tariq would be, correct?
Not just from the first popping up, you look into this cavity and you see the two of them looking around. You may have to kind of move some shit to maybe find him, but these two you see immediately.
Yeah. Relying purely off of any training instinct that I have. Seeing he is breathing and alive, he's at least not dying yet. I will run over to Rook and knowing he has a medical kit, with the limited knowledge I have, try to help him with it.
Him?
Yes.
Are you proficient with it at all?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so make a.
I know
So,
loosely how to
with-
do it.
With the whole crash, like, would I even still have it on my person?
Maybe he may be able to.
Yeah,
dig
I'll,
through
I
and
will.
find
I
it.
will look
mean,
for it through his stuff.
Okay.
Like, okay,
It's gonna take
is
a
it
minute
is his
to
bag
dig
by
through.
him? If his
It's-
bag isn't by him,
It's kind of a mangled body right now.
How far away were they?
They're about 150, 200 feet up as you guys take off running towards
Because
them.
even with a dash, it would have taken me about 3 turns to get there.
Hence the reason I
I'm
had them
like-
make
Yeah,
a death
Briz,
save.
yeah, Briz will ask you like, what can you do for Astoria?
I just take off.
Story. He's just like holding her.
Do
She's
I-
breathing at least.
Oh, that's right. She's not
She's
dying.
unconscious.
Oh, that's right.
do
okay.
I see his bag in an immediate vicinity?
Another one.
Just a minute. As you make an investigation check and be with disadvantage, digging through this,
That's fine.
see if you can find it. You're not too far behind him.
I mean, I was moving 60 feet compared to his like 120.
Yeah. He's like
So,
takes off. So
Ooh.
he gets there first.
Yeah.
You're closing up behind him.
20 and a 2. So total of 2.
As you're digging through, trying to find it,
Tough.
it takes time. By the time you're digging through, like, where is it? Where is it?
I
Where is it?
spend maybe 6 to 10 seconds. If I don't find it, I'm doing something else.
That's around.
he's
For
spinning
you to
that
get
much,
there.
Yeah.
Make another death save.
Hold on. Well, so as soon as I was within, let me see what the feetage is.
Healing
Healing
word is
word.
60 feet.
So as soon as I was within 60 feet, if I can see him,
Can't
I'm
see
casting.
him.
I can't see him
No.
at all.
He is
Not-
inside this wreckage. He got to it and kind of
Okay.
climbed up on there, looking in and seeing them in there.
Okay. So as soon as I can, I'll cast it. But I might not be able to. So we'll
19.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh.
As you get to him, make one for Tariq.
Oh boy.
Oh, I don't like this.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh. 6.
Okay. We'll get with there in a minute.
So I don't see Tariq, obviously.
No.
I come up. Do I finally see him?
Yeah. As you pop up over, you can see.
I'm already
that,
shoving a potion in his mouth.
Okay. Whichever you're doing. First.
Yeah, my jaw is like all broken and sideways.
Oh, it's he's.
Oh yeah,
he's
no,
mainly
no.
his arms.
It's
bent
like
backwards
the
and
potion
snapped.
is like halfway
There's
down
a piece
your
of metal
throat.
through his
Right.
chest.
Yeah, it's like open
He's-
down. Like,
Dead.
Ooh.
That was cocked. As you start jamming this thing in his face, you see Taryn make a death save for Taryn.
whoa.
He was bleeding out
Whoa.
this whole time.
Whoa, we're all dying.
It just crashed an airship.
14.
Okay.
I know, it's so realistic. I freaking love it.
Okay.
He's the first person I'm
He's-
caring about. Like
You
I
jamming the potion in his face?
It's just a regular healing
grabbing
potion.
his shoulders. I'm ripping him off the metal. And
Weird.
as I do that,
Oh, please don't do that.
as soon as I rip him off the metal, my hands are on him. My eyes go white, and you just see this red hot power surround me. And I cast healing touch. The
Healing
touch
word or cure,
Cure
wounds?
wounds.
Cure wounds.
Second
Double
level.
ones.
2.
You have 4 hit points.
You gonna give it to him or
Ah, it's
to
kind of
Taryn?
a big open wound, so.
As you're fiddling with that, going to jam it in, he jumps over and grabs a hold of Rook. And
Okay, I
pulls
see
him out.
that.
Yeah, I would say you would have seen
Then
that.
yeah, I will pivot and do the exact
So
same thing.
Taryn catches a
4 hit points.
For Terran?
Yeah,
2d4
2d4
2.
plus 2.
Yeah, baby. He's like,
Number
Nice.
1.
okay,
He gets 14.
14.
I will then.
You are, I will say it is halved. He is mangled.
Right.
now.
No, I.
You're
Oh,
alive.
yeah.
You see a ragged breath and blood out of the wound in his chest, kind of. He sounds like he's breathing with one lung. It's kind of gargled. You're alive, but you are in bad shape. He's
Conscious
got
or
you
unconscious?
alive, conscious right now.
Okay.
You kind of, but with the injuries
Yeah, yeah.
that you've all sustained, you're going to continue to bleed out unless
Yeah.
you get some
I'm-
serious help.
I'm gonna say with this kind of injury, I go back to being unconscious.
It
Whether I'm
It will
dying or
come
not,
close.
I
It will
am.
come
that
close.
Hurts.
It will be.
Oh,
It will be a minute, but
hurts.
he
Yeah.
brings you back. And it's just a
Like
haze.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
conscious for like 6 to
I,
12 seconds.
I am
Start looking for
incapacitated.
Okay.
Same.
As I start yelling his name, I start looking for him. I start digging.
Roll that.
Third.
Roll that d20 for me one more time.
Why is he rolling the d20? No, I'm just kidding.
He's the one in the ship.
I'm just kidding.
He's digging around. It takes you some time. The front end is crushed. With Brizz's help over there,
I
Briz
will
kind
also
of grabs
be
and starts
helping him
lifting,
as well.
moving things around. Briz is bending things, and you see he gets cut a couple times, pushing this stuff open. You find Tariq's body completely smashed, like torso crushed, head laying back, unmoving, looks really bad shape.
With my medical skills, I just checked to see, is he alive?
He seems dead.
Okay.
Dead. Like he is crushed
Right.
in the front of the ship.
I go find, seeing him dead, can't help anything with that. I'm gonna go get his bag and make sure he no longer goes back to dying. To the best of my ability.
Make a medicine check for me, maybe with disadvantage.
That's fine.
Let's see if you can kind of get him somewhat bandaged. But yeah, you're in some bad shape, dude.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
I have about.
Oh, I'll say the Briz is raging while he's doing this.
Love it. Love it.
Just 30 minutes.
Because I'm not
Course,
going to
guy.
give up on him. I am going to try and cast Cure Wounds on Tariq.
Okay. As you start casting, come on. You feel the energy leave you. There's no reaction. He's
Well, I just thought.
pretty bad shape.
Yeah, no, I figured.
At disadvantage, 15.
15, damn. It's almost
I
like
rolled
you
really high.
You're like, huh, okay, yeah, this should stick it in here. And he kind of, a couple times, you wake up, you're like, and you reach over and grab where you're like, where is this? And he slams it down. And you're like, oh, right there. Okay. And then you kind of start fading back off. So he's trying
Yeah,
to plug holes.
whenever he's awake, I'm just there, just grabbing all of his body, just seeing what hurts, and it's like, okay, we'll deal with this, and then wait for him to wake back up and just continue off where we are.
I would have only tried the once, but then I'm going to be helping him out. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at third level at least one more time on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And during all this, the Sangallan stone that he has around his neck, I don't even know if that would have stayed on during the whole crash. Probably not.
Would you have
It's
your,
not
do you have
time.
your,
It's not
you have your D2?
No.
Do you have one?
Oh, yeah.
I have a ton.
Flip a D2.
I know.
Heads, yeah, heads it stays on you.
Okay, so
Tails,
these are heads, these are tails. So heads is the logo. So heads would be the logo, and then tails would be, yeah, don't use that one. That was too big.
heads,
Heads.
it's still on you.
Heads is
Tails,
logo,
it's
tails is-
somewhere in the rubbish, maybe.
Heads.
So there's still a. And with that, I will say that as he pumps that, what did he get?
15.
15 points. Between the two of them, they're keeping up on the bleeding out. It's gone a couple of rounds. They're slowly starting to patch things up. Briz has helped pulling you from the wreckage. You're beat up pretty good, but they're slowly keeping you somewhat alive. You hear the stone. You guys also notice the blood that's all over him. There's some of his own blood coming out of his chest wound. Splashes onto this stone that's hanging around him. You see it flare. You hear Rook in your head as you kind of wake up and you hear the commotion. Wake up, come on, Rook. You fade. You hear are you just gonna lay there and die? I need you to find me. Get up. Your uncle's voice, very strong in your head. You guys see this flaring of this stone that he's wearing.
Does it seem to be harming at all?
Hard to say. It's his blood splashing all over it, and it's flaring. He's wearing it on a necklace. It's not. It doesn't seem to be like draining him.
Okay,
by
it's
any
not
means.
physically killing him.
Not that you can tell, but something when the blood kind of splashes on it, it flares bright.
Is it warm to the touch?
With his blood all over it, it sure is.
Okay. Is the stone warm?
Yeah. You kind of touch it and you're like, oof. It's almost like tune with his heart beating.
And it flares up.
Each time his heart, you would notice on any of his wounds that are, as the blood, it's beating. I would say you're kind of, you're stable-ish. You guys don't know what everything you guys are doing, packing wounds, trying everything. You're kind of, you're not really improving, but you're not diving either.
We have flatline.
This thing's
Pretty much, yeah.
kinda.
I turn my attention away from him after I notice that he's kind of got. I direct him a little bit. I'm like, you're trying to close these off. As it's squirting, like get something,
It's
Here,
like-
pinch this.
Yeah, and then I move towards Taryn.
It looks like he knows what to do. He just almost either hasn't done it before,
Right.
or
stayed at the
he
Holiday
is.
Express last night.
Yeah, or he is like he just hasn't done it in so long. Like you get the gist.
Yeah.
Like he probably
You have
has
some
been
sort of
trained
training.
on it, but he's just like, oh,
Right.
I've never actually had
But
to use
as
this
he's
skill.
just like this, I'm like, no, grab that, do this, pack it
Yeah,
here, and then I move
know,
over
I
to
know.
Taryn and start using my medical kit on him.
Okay.
Is he? Well, first I check to see. Is he like? Looks like
He's beat
like,
up, and kind of both of his legs, as you kind of pull him out, you see both his legs are crushed.
Okay.
From where the console smashed into him and buckled both of his femurs.
But he's alive.
Oh.
He's alive.
Okay.
He pumped 4 into him.
He has 4 hit points.
No, he
That
now
are
has
probably
less
gone.
than that.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
For 4 more.
4 more.
Yeah.
So he now is at 6.
Okay. But I'm working on him with my medical kit as well.
Okay.
So I have medical supplies that I'm working on doing the same thing with him.
Where this thing crashed, you guys are
I
like
like that match.
They're
maybe
right.
50 or 60 feet from the barn,
Right.
where this thing finally.
So soon, like, if I become conscious enough of like after he's stable enough to where I feel like, with my knowledge of it, that he can be moved, I start saying, "Let's get them moved into the barn."
Okay.
And start working on them in there. And she's still out in the field, just hanging out, passed out.
Unless Briz brought her
Chris.
with him,
Yeah,
he would have
I
carried
would-
her over and laid her down.
yeah.
The story is you slowly kind of come to. You can hear the commotion and hear kind of things breaking and yelling as the kind of the muffled comes back as you're laying there. As your eyes open, as you start to focus, what you see in front of you is a massive piece of metal and dirt and things burning. You're like, you sit up, take in the scene as it finally focuses again. You can see that they're dragging Rook up out of this, laying him down, an ankle kind of bent the wrong way, an arm bent the wrong way. Taryn, same thing, as you slowly get him up and out. His legs are crushed, not looking too hot for hitting the wind, and no sign of Tariq.
I will hand. I will loosely yell to Briv. Briz, sorry.
It's all good.
I'm freaking out, man.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
To Briz. Just put your hands here and put pressure on it.
He's like, grabs a hold of a leg, like
I
clamp around a leg.
I will carry. Did we end up freeing Tariq from the rubble?
You guys tell me how long it takes to. How long you want to take to get him out of
I
there?
wouldn't have yet.
Yeah, I don't know. What
Briz
I don't know what
Briz was ripping through
Yeah, I
stuff.
don't know what he would be
say,
doing.
like, if
I'd say he
Briz
would.
saw
Might be
Tariq, he'd probably
unburied,
get him
but
out.
I don't think we
Yeah.
would have moved him yet.
I will.
Unless Briz did.
I will
He
grab.
probably just want to get all of his friends out of there.
I will grab Tariq wherever he
I'd
is.
say Briz would be like, "Kid, I'm getting them all." He's not. Yeah. I'd say
Um,
he'd be digging through to get everybody
I will
out of there.
throw
Yeah.
my cloak over the pack mule. I'll lay Tariq on there, and then telepathically to Killian,
Okay.
I will say, "I'm gonna go get the barn ready." and I'm going to triple dash to the barn, and start trying to clear out a space, like a makeshift triage tent.
Okay.
Yeah. Just I'll throw Tariq on a pack mule, over my cloak, so then the bullet's probably gonna soak through, but that's the best I got. So and then just triple dash, frantically throwing things aside, getting it set up, and very, very lazily listening for anything as I'm getting this place together, see if there's anything else in here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's dark in here. It takes you a minute to kind of move some things around. Some of the furniture you kick out of the way just collapses. But it's within a short amount of time you could clear space to get people in. In the barn itself or the other building?
Which one's closest?
The barn, definitely.
That's where we're going.
So the back half of the barn is kind of collapsed. There's no roof. Like it's collapsed in on the upper deck. There is a second level, like where probably a hayloft. But you can see through the rafters the backside right up through into the sky. It's collapsed in, but the front has a somewhat of a roof still.
Is there any sort of bench,
There's a few around.
makeshift
Some,
tables or
there's a
anything
few
like
around in there. Looks like a farrier was in here. There's some really old like shoe horses and things in here. There's where the farm it was an active farm at one time. So there's a few benches and things you can move around, stools to kind of set up a place to lay somebody.
Yeah, just try and get them at least one off of the ground and not make it terribly uneven with the best that I have trying to jigsaw this together.
Cool.
And I think as soon as we feel like they're comfortable with moving on, we try and get all three of the alive, unconscious people in.
Okay. So you see them frantically digging everybody out of this ship. Astoria, as you.
Oh, so she's conscious now.
Yes, she
Yeah.
sits up
Okay.
and taking this in is kind of
Just
disoriented.
throw a corpse
and
over
like,
a
what
pack
the
mule
hell?
and
As
run
you
away.
guys are
Moving.
taking them.
It's like
Just another
yeah.
thing. What
Pretty
do
much.
I remember?
Man, it's foggy, but you remember like what the hell I was just hanging on that ship. Like, what was that? Trying to piece in your head. You were just on this thing flying. Now there's this thing smashed in front of you. Seeing Rook being brought out, all kind of smashed up. Same with Taryn, and eventually pulling Tariq's lifeless body out of the wreckage. It's like, what the hell just happened? Like, I was just on that thing. You remember it careening and something coming towards you. As you slowly get to your feet, shake your head a little bit. You feel a presence still of something.
Do I remember everything that happened within the dream, or am I just like, what the?
I would say you definitely remember, but you also now remember the kind of the first parts of it are not exactly what happened, how it went down. At least you think, I'm like, okay, was that a memory or is it just a dream? It's kind of blended. Some of it is very much like a memory. It's different from what you remember of your things that occurred in your home.
I am going to blame the smoke monster and try to run over to Killian to see how I can help. Even though I don't
Try and do
have
anything at all.
I don't have
He's
anything.
pretty crushed up, lifeless. Looks like the lower half of his body took the brunt of this too. His legs are smashed. He's kind of mangled. Even worse than Karen.
Were there any like crates or supplies on the airship when we stole it that I would have seen?
Yeah, as you were towards the back, behind where the little pilot seats are in the back, there was a few.
I'm gonna run over there, be like, well, it's the only option I got, and try to like rifle through those if they're even still there.
It'll take you a minute.
Yep, I'll just
Make a
quick as I can start.
do an investigation.
Okay, I'm decent at investigation. 13 plus 4, so 17.
17. How long are you going to spend digging through all this stuff?
As long as I have, before
hour,
I
hour and a
either
Couple
turn to
hours,
scissors
you know,
or someone
I'll
yells at me.
organize it while I'm here.
Oh, this goes in the beaches.
I love it.
Ooh, found another button.
Ooh.
Butterflies.
Although this one's blue, it's gotta go over here.
Organizing the
let's see.
subcategories.
Hey, Killian, do you think
Okay.
buttons go in B?
What the hell did I-
Or by color. R
Yeah.
for red.
What do you think it's better?
where the
I
hell
hope I
did
find one of these cool
have it?
masks. Oh, you guys weren't there.
Nope.
Those masks were awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get to-
I'm trying to find what I have for this. So, while I'm looking this up, what else are you guys doing
I
with
am
said triage?
just in there, making sure that they stay stable.
With a little bit of time I have after I throw this ramshackle place together, I will just almost put my forehead against a stable wall. At least I think a stable wall or beam. Do some meditative breaths and just be like, okay, I gotta remember this training and just try my hardest to, in this panic, calm myself and remember what to do.
I like it. Okay.
While I'm working on him, periodically, like, I'm just in his mind telepathically. Rook, wake up, man. Rook, wake up. You gotta wake up.
Wake up, man! I'm freaking out. Dude.
But it's just telepathically. Like, I'm trying to telepathically in his mind.
You get no response.
I figure.
Yeah.
You sense he starts dying even faster.
Shut
I can't take the pressure.
Shut up, Mom. I just want a nap.
So, you say as you're saying this, like, the stone is just this. It's harsh.
Just keeping him as stable as I can.
Okay.
I don't care about anything else. Every once in a while, I'll chuck on Taryn.
I will help Taryn as best I can, seeing that I'm kind of just would get in the way.
Okay.
Going not fast enough for him.
It's probably fair. Taryn, like I said, his legs are pretty munched up, but he was the only one that was still breathing when you got to him.
Right.
He seems stable-ish,
Mhm.
but he's kind of keeps passing
Yeah.
out and just in a lot of pain.
Looking at Tariq, knowing that is not an area I can help him with. I help Taryn.
So you're controlling Briz right now?
Oh, correct.
Oh my goodness. I would say that Briz, in he would be pissed right now at seeing his new friends that he's made, hurt, feeling helpless, not understanding what he can and can't do, walking around kind of plugging what he can and going back and forth, and seeing Tariq lifeless on the ground. Make a survival check for me, and then right after that, give me a nature check for Briz.
Survival 15.
Okay.
Nature 11.
11. Okay. would say Briz would wander over, sitting down, seeing these guys kind of mothering the two of you, or you and Taryn. Sits down and something in Briz. A couple of you guys have seen him wander off to meditate in the woods. On his person, he has a small totem that he can pull out. If he would pull it out, I would see him setting it on or next to Tariq, and it's a small totem of his mother, carved in ivory, in bone. As he sits and kind of frustrated, angry, you see, at least the two of you would see, as he's sitting there, he's kind of rocking. Head back to you guys. As he's kind of rocking, sitting at the head of Reek's body. As he's like, if you guys took a moment at all to even see what he's doing, there's a faint light that lost between you, like you're looking at his back and there's something in front of him that's lighting it. How would Briz ask his ancestors for help?
Oh, you tell me.
I've played with him once, so
He
I'll let you guys.
again, as he's rummages through, pulls out his totem, digs through and pulls out a small pouch of some of the herbs and things that he had thrown into the fire, and takes those out, opens the bag, and dumps them across Tariq's chest. You see kind of just bones, herbs, little small bones that kind of splattered, just kind of, and then drift onto the ground. And he's reaches both massive hands onto kind of the shoulders of Tariq. He's just, you hear him almost, it's almost a wail that comes out of him. A pitch that's kind of creepy coming from this big guy. The pain that he feels. Why? Don't go, please. I will do whatever it takes. Help me, please. You guys are kind of like doing your things and hearing him, and roll a d20 for me.
19.
You guys kind of weird feel almost a breeze come through, and you're inside, but you're like, oh, whatever. It's the roof's missing, but you feel this
Half the building's gone.
stuff moving through. Briz, the crying and the wailing of stop, why, please, kind of softens a little bit. You see a small spark of something, fire over by him. As he grabs another pouch, you see it spread it across. Kind of these embers catching the wind, flowing around him. Please, I will give whatever it takes. Help him find his way back, please. You guys are like, what the hell? Make another d20 roll for me.
We could use that.
We'll do it.
Good.
I was just trying to roll it to you, but okay.
You notice that as you're in here, the wind that's blowing through, gets cold. It's like, what the hell? Looking up, and you see snowflakes drifting down and swirling through this space.
Yeah, that's concerning.
You're like, what the hell? Look over, and Briz's hands are grasping a hold of Tariq's shoulders, and the snow is kind of swirling around them, catching you guys off from the side watching this, but his back is to you. And you see the light and the flame at the same time kind of flickering in this wind. You see Briz's head tilt back up, and the tattoos that are running up the side of his head, you see light up, bright white, flares as he arches his back. You see almost like a scar across his back as he another one across his back as he you see blood start drifting down his back as he and you see him slowly he falls over to his side as the snow settles around Tariq's body.
I'll check on Briz.
We'll run over to Briz. He's breathing, but you see these scars, and he's a scarred person. 2 large gashes that have been something through his back, and you see all this snow that has slowly packed around like Tariq. You don't see any breath coming from Tariq, but whatever he did summoned or called something as he's passed out. He's alive. It's just
Briz
passed out.
Right.
He's breathing.
Yeah.
Whatever he did summoned whatever that was.
Tariq is now in a ball of ice, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just cauterizing wounds with my flaming talons.
I'm like, I'm
Trying to heat yourself up. Hold here, Briz. Let the window open.
I definitely start tending to the wounds on his back. Helping
Okay.
him if that's what he's doing.
Astoria, out in the ship, as you dig around, how long did you take? So an hour, however, digging through all this stuff?
Yeah, literally
Okay.
as long as I could get away with.
There's also another body in the wreckage that is torn apart, like split in multiple pieces.
A theater.
Pretty much, you find a leg,
Oh, the
a
drow.
torso.
I
A
told
drow.
what he blew away, to be honest.
You pushed. Noticed that you would have pushed him back where all the storage stuff was.
Yeah.
He's torn apart, but you do find on him, at least the part of his torso that remains, a chain that's broken, and there's an amulet hanging kind of on the torso. The chain is busted, but it's still somewhat kind of, it's actually like embedded in the neck of the body. It's like torn in and then broken. It's still hanging. There's also in the back, in the couple of the crates, some of the crates are smashed and just, there's food stuff and some clothing that's torn and ripped apart. There's a small jug that you see kind of sitting by itself. And in one of the crates that remarkably is somewhat intact, as you pop the thing open, there's a scimitar, about that long, a black shaped scimitar. There is also in the foodstuffs, there's a couple of leather pouches that are wrapped together. And the back in where it's just strewn about, it would have been back where the other stuff was, there is a kind of a dented up and now kind of smashed into the dirt and stuff. It looks like a chainmail shirt that you kind of take some time digging through all this wreckage, finding a few things. So there's a jug that has some stoppers on it, like it's a jug about that tall. There's a stopper on top with a cork. There's like spouts on the other side with cork. There's several of them around this thing. It's kind of smashed into the dirt. Still intact, doesn't look broken. And the amulet that was on the drow, the blade that you find, the chainmail shirt, and a leather bag that's about that tall, just kind of cinched up, that was in some of the food. Like the food stuff got smashed and there's pieces of corn and beans and other things all over, and then there's a bag that's kind of sitting there by itself.
Cool. I'll just take anything, really avoiding going inside.
Okay.
Knowing I am no help. I'll take anything that is I deem somewhat useful. I'll take it away from the wreckage and like
Set it over.
set it
To the
set
side?
it to the side
Okay.
so it doesn't burn or anything.
So there's definitely all that stuff in there. So, you guys are slowly trying to nurse a unconscious, kind of fading in and out, back and forth Rook who's badly damaged, and a Terran who's also badly damaged, and a Tariq who's now encased in some sort of ice or snow or something.
Right.
And Briz with new wounds on his back.
And we're exhausted.
Yeah. You guys are exhausted.
Did the spade guy have any supplies on him other than the amulet that I could find?
It's almost
Strewn
like the chain shirt may have been ripped off of him in the fall.
Okay.
Like it's, dude, that's a freaking impact. I've seen
Yeah.
that before. A
I've
shirt
seen the
over
Red
there
Road
and a leg
documentary.
over there.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
sorry,
it
what
happens.
Oh, you could use it.
So that would be my guess is you probably maybe the chain shirt came off of him. So
So no bandages or like healing potions, nothing.
not like I said, there is the jug. It's kind of strange. It's one you've never seen before.
Do any of these things seem magical?
What do you have to detect magic?
My eyes.
My presence.
Yeah.
I will say the jug that has all the little stoppers and things. It looks like it buried itself in the dirt, where as you kind of pull this thing out and lift it out, it feels ceramic. You're like, that should have just smashed, and it buried itself in the dirt. So maybe, amulet, maybe. Like I said, it's hard to tell without being able to identify anything.
Yeah. The leather bag, if I open it up, what's in it?
As you open it up, inside this, let's see.
And another
Are-
one. That's the best.
As you open the bag up, you kind of just a leather tie around it. As you open it up, you look inside. There are 5 what looks like dried beans.
God, someone put beans in this bag. I will put the beans back in the bag.
Okay.
And I will take the amulet, the jug, and the bag. And just go inside.
Guys, look, I found the beans.
I'd be like, I'm not leaving it in the wreckage, just, I deem those not able to save someone's life. And I will run in and I'll be like, this is what I found.
Here's a jug and some beans, bro.
I found the jug and some beans and an amulet.
I kind of jumped out of my skin a little bit. Oh shit, you're still.
Sorry.
Where'd you come from?
Outside?
You're
Through the
alive.
door? Yeah, I was
Where have you been?
on the ground.
It's good to see you breathing.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. I probably did fall out of the sky, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
I'm gonna look around for any, like, broken bits.
Of
Her.
you?
Bone, torn, whatever. Like, am I okay? Am I in this?
It seems the same.
Oh.
I would say you notice that there are. You probably be the only one would really notice. There are some of the veins and stuff that are usually on your hand are a little darker. Not like sickly, creepy dark, but you're like, that's different.
I am only at 11 hit points, though, from when I fell
It's
out
true.
earlier. So I do look a little
It's true.
A little haggard. What do you got there?
Oh, right. I found a jug of mysterious liquid. I found a bunch of beans and an amulet.
What do they do?
I have no idea. I'm just trying my best. The jug seems interesting because it's ceramic and didn't break. And this amulets are never a good idea. And then this bag. Why would you have a bag of beans?
Because they're hungry?
Well, they don't look like edible beans. They look like shriveled, like little cut-off testicles.
The amulet that she hands you, she holds up. Did you show them the amulet?
You know, like there's
The
there's
chain
this.
the chain was like a silver link chain that's broken and there's blood all over like one side of it.
Oh yeah, I
She
had to
holds it up.
take it out of the guy's neck.
It's looks to be obsidian and it's shaped in a humanoid skull that's screaming with bright ruby eyes.
I vote not this one.
An emerald inlay for teeth.
Wow.
Do you mind if I see those
Ominous.
for a few minutes?
I don't recommend putting it on, but absolutely. Here you go.
Yeah. Will you keep an eye on those two with him, and I'll
I
I
will.
walk out.
Absolutely.
With
all the items.
okay.
Oh, I left a scimitar outside.
Huh.
And a chainmail shirt. But
So I go and I sit on the ground, and I'm gonna draw a nice little circle,
Nice.
and then I'm gonna sit down for about 10 minutes.
Wow, you're ritually casting Identify as a friend is dying.
No, detect magic.
I don't know if that's worse or not. I love
Nice.
it. I love it.
I need a break.
I need a break.
So as a ritual, I guess.
lock yourself in the bathroom. Leave the kids outside.
Yeah.
Um,
Rook's dying, and all kills just like,
each
God damn it,
He's
so
not dying.
so
jug.
dramatic every
the
time.
jug definitely flares magic.
Yeah.
The amulet
Imagine.
definitely flares magic.
Imagine.
The blade definitely flares magic.
Imagine.
The chain shirt has some magic. It's
Holy
faint. It's
shit.
fainter than the other, but it's there. And the small bag,
With beans.
magic.
Okay.
Beans.
Magic.
Yeah.
5 for 5, baby.
With the chainmail and the blade, I'm like, shove it in my backpack.
Wow.
Little thief.
Wow.
Little thief.
Wow.
And then bring these back in. The other items, I'm like, those are also magic.
I'd say with your history, your past,
Mhm.
the jug looks very familiar to
Mm.
something you've seen in alchemical shops.
Okay.
Each of the little stoppers, you notice that the plugs, the corks,
Yeah.
are different colors:
Okay.
green, red, yellow, black. Each one of them, and there's.
It's
10. There's 10 different stoppers in this one jug that's about this tall.
That would be so sick.
I have an idea of what it is.
So, Rook is still alive.
I'm fucking dead, baby.
17 for 17.
Tariq is encased in ice. Taryn's still not doing too hot, but alive. As you guys huddle your way into this barn that you hope is on the land you were supposed to go to. We'll figure it out next time. But so we're gonna end right there, so we can get a couple of them out of here at 10 o'clock. Work in the morning. So,
For some sleepy sleep.
ooh baby.
Oh man.
Hot and
wild.
spicy.
You guys like, we're going into there. I'm like, sweet. Get some DM 100 rolls, baby.
All
Did
right.
that
all right.
first one.
That was pretty fun. Not
The
gonna
first
lie.
That was
one-
pretty
cool.
fun, yeah.
That's pretty cool. The first one was a large ghost ship caught in a dimensional anomaly. It fades in and out of existence. It fades in, it's like, and you just happen to plow right into it.
Right.
Ghost ship.
I didn't even get the ghost pirates or anything coming at you. You just happened to run into that sucker.
Nice.
That was a cool one.
That was cool. Yeah.
The other one was a little bit different, but it worked out perfect. There's stuff for reasons. So,
Oh no.
I didn't even get any of that.
No.
Yo, is that a pixie stick?
Yeah.
So, 2 weeks, hopefully we'll be back here. Hopefully these two are here.
You said 2 weeks?
Should be.
Which will be Saturday, November 19th.
Oh, crap. I can't. I'll have Thanksgiving that night.
Oh
Wait.
boy.
Thanksgiving is until the 24th.
It's family down in with Grant and them. I have to smoke a turkey, so
Right.
So Brant won't be able to make that either.
probably not. So maybe
We'll
not.
just play
so
without the DM.
We'll see.
Wow.
Sometime
All these
soon
cool
we'll get
magic
back at
items
it.
I just found.
Better.
Yeah, sometime soon we'll get back at
There'll
it.
be at least one more before the end of the year, sir.
Well, we will.
I
At
don't
least
know.
one or two more.
We'll see y'all in
Yeah.
January.
True. See you next year.
Oh no.
No, hopefully I'll have to look at it. Sometime sooner than that.
Yeah.
We'll get back.
I'll just cry.
Family stuff just kind of gets there. You
Oh yeah.
It's holiday
Imagine.
season.
Yeah.
know. Cool.
My family hates me.
True.
Thanks for
Just don't
jumping
do that.
on, y'all. I'm gonna jump out of here.
Thanks, Mike.
Yep.
Thanks.